Welcome to World Sports Betting Newlands for this Hollywoodbets Pro20 clash between the hosts World Sports Betting Western Province and the visitors the FidelityTitans. We have the two captains here, Leah Jones and Robin Searle, and the umpires Brent Pitt and Verlin Etzebeth. And it is going to be the home captain, Leah Jones, is going to toss the coin. The call is a tail, and it is a head yet again. From Leah Jones. Leah, you win the toss, and what are you deciding to do?
We'll have a bat first.
Okay, you're going to bat again today. Again, a used surface. It's now like a 6-day surface. Yesterday, a good performance with the bat.
Yeah, 100%, and obviously want to build on that. Like I said yesterday, runs on the board is quite crucial, and it's so we're going with that. I think not much will change with the surface. It's a T20 game, so yeah.
And from the team yesterday, brilliant performances from Lara and also from Danae. And any changes to your team today?
No changes, same team.
Okay, same team for today. We wish you all the best for the match ahead.
Thank you so much.
Robin, bowling first again. I know you would have batted on this surface.
Yeah, one toss we would have batted, but like I said yesterday, we're going to make the use of the new ball up front and look to set the tone.
Yeah, it looks like a difficult surface. You've got to get in first and then really accelerate. I mean, you showed us that in your innings yesterday. It is possible to really get the boundaries if the bad ball is there. So you will be looking at whatever you have to chase to give it a good go.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to really focus on having good intent today. Look to score runs.
Any changes to your team from yesterday?
Yes, we have the one change. Kaylee Tapp is out and Christelle van der Skryf is in.
Okay, wonderful. Wish you all the best for the match today. Thank you. So the news from the toss is that World Sports Betting Western Province have won the toss here in this Hollywoodbets Pro20 clash, and that they will be batting first.
something, and I mean, like,
Good morning and welcome to World Sports Betting Newlands for this Hollywoodbets Pro20 clash between the home team, World Sports Betting Western Province, and FidelityTitans. And it is the home team that won the toss this morning and have decided to have a bat first. I'm James King, the Cape Fox, and with me this morning, Brendan Atwell. Brendan, really good to have you here this morning. And the pitch this morning, it is a used pitch, 6 days that's been played on, will be played on today. But an interesting choice to bat first.
Yeah, good morning, James. Good morning, viewers. It is a lovely day here in at Newlands, and I think we're in for a very interesting game. We walked down earlier and had a look at the pitch, and it does look dry. The ball is only going to get slower as the day goes on. And we've got the two batsmen walking out for WSB Western Province, which is Jaylee Philander.
No.
And
It's going to be Faye Tunnicliffe and Danae van Niekerk.
oh, Danae van Niekerk's opening. My apologies.
The scoreboard not quite up to date with that at the moment. So Faye Tunnicliffe taking first strike. And Elise Marie Marks will be opening the bowling for the Titans. Their most successful bowler last season in the Hollywoodbets Pro20 series, with 13 wickets at an average of just over 10 and an economy rate of 5.69. So we'll be getting underway here. And it is, as you say, a lovely day. And just waiting for the scoreboard clock to tick over to 11 o'clock. Umpires Brent Pitt standing at the Weinberg end, and at the Kelvin Grove end, Verlin Etzebeth. So we're saying a used pitch, Brendan, so may well not be coming onto the bat as quickly as they would hope. And just having a little bit of a look first up there. Faye Tunnicliffe, off the back of a very good 49 in that first match in Oudtshoorn against the Garden Route Badgers.
Yeah, James, and that 49 came at a very good pace. She had 5 fours and 2 sixes, strike rate of 128, and Western Province will be looking for a repeat.
Oh, it's well fielded by Gabriela Sequeira in the covers. Sequeira and Ngwenya, the two debutants from the Hollywoodbets Pro 50 match yesterday, making their Pro 20 debuts today for the Fidelity Titans. So 2 dots to start for Liz Marie Marks. That's very good from her first up. Hit that one very well through the into the covers. Tunnicliffe.
Tunnicliffe being very watchful in this first over. She's let 2 go outside the off stump, and obviously that second ball was well driven into the covers.
Yeah, I think yesterday she struggled quite a bit to get the pace of the wicket. Got 1 off 11 balls before she chipped one into the mid-wicket regions, well caught by Robin Searle. So she'll be wanting to make amends for that today.
Shot through extra cover and down to the boundary for 4, and Western Province are off the mark.
Well, she certainly does make amends with that shot. Beautifully hit, just floated up full outside the off stump by Marks, and bisects the gap between cover and extra cover, as Brendan described. Was a glorious shot. Have a look at it again, and just her weight looked like it was very nicely there. Not too much foot movement, but she was steady in the crease and eyes over the ball as she played that one down to the boundary for 4.
Bit of a loose shot there from Tunnicliffe outside the off stump. It was well bowled there by Marks.
She's getting a little bit of a way shape, Elise Marie Marks, and that though was probably a little bit too close to her to play that kind of shot. Faye Tunnicliffe, she'll be mindful of the fact that she needs to stay there. Last season, one of the top run scorer, equal top run scorer in this competition at a strike rate of 135. Good end to the over from Elise Marie Marks. Just a 4 off that, and 5 dots in the over, 4 for none after the first over. So just looking at those run charts for the Hollywoodbets Pro 20 last season, and it was Faye Tunnicliffe, Nicole de Klerk from the Dolphins, and Tasman Brits, who all scored 219 runs in the competition. And Tunnicliffe at an average of 36.5 with a strike rate of 135, and the batter on strike now, Danae van Niekerk, second on that list with 215 runs at a strike rate of 137.82. And no surprise that it's going to be Paulina Mashishi to open the bowling from the Kelvin Grove end. She bowled really well yesterday, 2 for 39 in the Hollywoodbets Pro 50 game. She was by far the pick of the Titans bowlers. This should be an interesting contest here. Well, first up in the block hole, Danefa Nikirk. She can be so destructive to any bowling attack.
Nicely played to a wide long on there by Danefa Nikirk to get off the mark. Interesting that Mashishi took 1 for 14 in the Titans opening game against Northwest. And just in the 2 overs that she bowled.
Yeah, that match reduced to 12 overs per side, and it's first tie that I can remember in the Hollywoodbets Pro 20 series. I'm not sure if there has been another one. It's the first one that I can remember over the years.
Yeah, the interesting to note that when it comes to American sport, they don't understand the word tie or draw. You know, they go, how can you play 5 days and there's no winner?
Oh, that's a beautiful
That's a
shot.
shot.
And that has gone all the way for a maximum from Faye Tunnicliffe. It was the right length for her and just planted her foot down the wicket. Plays that with some ease over the boundary for the first maximum of the innings.
It was a wonderful shot there from Tunnicliffe. She planted her front foot down and she just hit straight through the ball, nice and straight. And that takes Western Province to 11 without loss.
She moves to 10 with that shot, and just having a look at the ball, I think, perhaps. So a bit of a break in play at the moment. While we just have a look at the ball, I think the umpires there, just umpires Verlin Etzebeth and Brent Pitt having a discussion. So Tunnicliffe making her intentions known early on here. Both teams there is just one change for the Titans. Christelle van der Scheef coming in for Kaylee Tapp, and Western Province unchanged from the team that won that Hollywoodbets Pro 50 game yesterday. Mashishi is in again from the Kelvin Grove end.
And that's over extra cover. Lovely shot there from Tunnicliffe. And that's her second boundary of the day.
This time she's getting to the pitch of the ball and playing it over extra cover. It's a glorious shot. She's making her intentions known here right from the start.
Very wide from Mashishi, that one there.
Nzuza there at mid-off does the fielding under Nzuza, and a good over for World Sport Betting Western Province. 11 off that one, and it is now 15 without loss after 2 overs, and that is the sort of start they would have been looking for here. As we look at the standings, so we were looking at the standings there for the Hollywoodbets Pro 50, Pro 20 for this season. And we may get those back up on the screen just now. But it is going to be a change of bowling. So just the 1 over from Elise Marie Marks, and it looks like it is going to be Angel Mgwenya who's going to be coming on from the Weinberg end. She bowled well in her debut yesterday in the Hollywoodbets Pro 50 clash between these two teams. Very accurate and a great debut for her. Got her first wicket in the List A cricket yesterday, and what an occasion that was for her.
One that, your first wicket is always something you cherish.
And it was that of Delmi Tucker, so an even bigger one for her to cherish. Oh, that is just beautifully played by Danefa Nikirk. She is all timing, as that is a loosener to start off with. Full toss down the leg side, and she just found the gap beautifully, didn't she?
She did. And she really played it well. She swiveled her hips nicely and just placed that between the short fine leg and backward square. It was a much better ball from Ngwenya there.
He has protection out in the deep here at long on. That's what she was doing yesterday. She was attacking the stumps, making sure that if you miss, she's going to hit. And she got that wicket with one that actually moved, had a lovely amount of away shape from the right-hander. She just pulls up. So early on, she was getting quite a bit of away shape. And the one that she got Delmi Tucker with was a very good delivery, pitching on the line of middle stump and just straightening. Oh, that is too short once again, and this time it's Tunnicliffe that plays it very neatly through the leg side for another boundary. So first three balls of the over going for 9 already, and that is not what she wanted. Just too short here, Brendan, from Angel Ngwenya, and the gap found again on the leg side, and she's got a ball to her field here. She's got 5 in the ring on the offside. Now they've made a change. They've brought the fine leg up and they've put the deep square out onto the boundary.
Looking at the way Tunnicliffe and Van Niekerk are batting this morning, James, it is in complete contrast to the way the Proteas ladies played against Australia yesterday. You know, yesterday the Proteas ladies were going hell for leather, whereas, you know, today both Tunnicliffe and Van Niekerk are very watchful, but putting the bad ball away, though.
It's good fielding in the covers there by Christelle van der Schyff as she goes to her left-hand side. The only change in the Titans team today, and they'll be looking to her, certainly with both bat and ball. A very good strike rate she has in the 20-over format of the game as well, Christelle. Oh, she gets away with that one. That was a full toss outside the off stump. Tunnicliffe hit it well, but straight to, I think that's Mapangula at mid-wicket, and there is no run. So she ended the over well, still 9 off it, and it is 24 for no loss after 3, batting at 8 to the over.
Yeah, just looking at the top run scorers so far, obviously Tunnicliffe's 49 in the opening game, and second on that list is DP Worldline's Sinetfulin Low. And obviously we've got Delmarie Tucker there, 5th on the list. But it's still early days in the season. Yeah, can't write anyone off.
Very much so. And long season ahead for the ladies. Just as you say, the second game in 10 matches that they will play. They play home and away against all other teams in this competition. 6 teams there are in the first division of the women's professional leagues, and it is going to be Christelle van der Schyff who's going to come in from the Kelvin Grove end. And she starts off well, and this season, just in terms of last season, not just making one appearance for the Titans without getting a wicket, but she is into her work here, just playing the previous game against Northwest. That's another good ball, short of a length. She's bowling a hard length there. Brendan looks like a very good medium pace bowler.
It is. But looking at the wicket this morning, both bowlers and batsmen are going to have to adjust to the pace of this wicket, and the length is going to be vital for the bowlers today.
Van Niekerk will feel that she missed out on that occasion. Straight to Tiani van den Heervel in the covers. So 3 dots in this over. Pressure just building a little bit on World Sports Betting Western Province, but I think what you said there was very good around the fact that they've been measured, is perhaps the word, as you were saying, in terms of their attacking shot making, still going at 8 and over.
That's too short there from Van der Scheef. And Danae van Niekerk cracks that past point for her second boundary.
Well, she might have missed out on the first one, but she's not missing out again. And we can see here, she just waits on it. And as you say, just her weight distribution there, and the wrist movement was fantastic from Van Niekerk. She's got a brilliant eye, Danae van Niekerk, and she's got tremendous power as well. She hits that ball.
Slightly slower ball there from Van der Scheef. Interesting that previous ball from Van Niekerk, where she cut that. It is the execution of that shot was textbook, because so easily a player can get onto the back foot and sit in the shot, and next thing you know, you're hitting it straight towards point, and you're gone. But the way she got over that, rolled her wrists, kept the ball down, was excellent.
This one, she just loses her line there, perhaps just falling away slightly. And the first wide of the innings in the 4th over. So there's been a lot of dots so far for World Sports Betting Western Province, but 5 boundaries so far, 5 fours and 1 maximum. So they have been able to get the boundaries with the field up. Oh, that's delicately played, and that is beautifully done by Danae van Niekerk. Down to the 3rd boundary for 4, and a good end to the over for World Sports Betting Western Province. 9 off that once again, and it is now 33 without loss after 4, batting at just over 4 to the over.
Just one word on this: elegant. That was just so elegant, the way she just guided that.
Love the way she waited on the ball, didn't she? Just to get it to the point where she could just open the face, and picked the gap perfectly between short third and backward point. So Elise Marie Marx is back into the attack. This time, well, once again, should I say, from the Weinberg end. So Captain Robin Sill is rotating her bowlers quite well here, just mixing it up a bit. It's a ring field on the offside. They do have a slip now and a 3rd in position.
Nicely played down to 3rd man for a single. But if we look at how the Western Province ladies have started this game, barring the 1 ball from Marx, which beat Tunnicliffe outside the off stump, it has been a low risk approach. They've put the bad ball away. They've guided. They've rotated the strike when need be. And they're sitting at 8 runs and over.
Yeah. That is a very good delivery from Marx, just bringing the stumps into play, and Van Niekerk forward and defensively. So just getting a bit of a look as well at Marx. And that first over, she didn't face her at all. It was Tunnicliffe who faced all 6 of those deliveries. So just maybe giving herself a bit of a sighter.
Well played. It's always interesting when captains, especially in the T20 game, where captains will rotate their bowlers often, and that can be a benefit, because it doesn't allow the batting side to settle into a rhythm against a bowler, but it can also have the opposite effect. Bowling is all about rhythm.
Yep. Yeah, she'll feel she missed out there. That one floated up outside the off stump and plays it into the covers where Van den Heerfelt does the fielding. So, yeah, I think that's a very good point. It's, you have to get that balance, don't you, between giving your bowlers the opportunity to get into a rhythm and maybe put a spell together, and really trying to mix it up to confuse the batters, perhaps.
This has been a very good over from Marx. She's barring the last ball, which was slightly overpitched. She's really had a good line and length here. She's keeping Danae van Niekerk honest.
Yeah, she is indeed.
but also Danae is playing it with respect, you know. She's not just trying to hammer every ball to the boundary. She's playing marks with each ball in its merit.
Can she get out of the oval well here, Marks? And that is answered by that shot from Danae van Niekerk. She was definitely not going to let her get out of this over without conceding a boundary, and she plays that one over mid-wicket down to the boundary for 4. It almost was premeditated that she was going to come down the wicket at 2 marks, and just plays this very nicely over the infield.
And that is one of the most frustrating things as a bowler. You've put together 5 excellent deliveries. You've conceded just 1 run. And the last ball, you drift down the leg side. The batsman whips it away for 4. And a very good over now becomes an okay over.
Yeah, and so there have been quite a number of dots conceded by World Sports Betting Western Province. 19 dots in the first 5 overs. So out of the 30 balls that they've faced, they've not scored off 19 of them, as we see a change as well from the Kelvin Grove end. 1 over from Van der Schyff, and it's going to be Loanda Nzuza. She had a good outing yesterday as well in that Pro20 game. A player that has moved around a couple of different provinces, played for the SA Under-19 team, just 20 years of age. If my memory serves me correctly, I'm going to check that quickly. No, 19 she is.
Tunnicliffe taking that single very quickly as the ball was fielded there at mid-off. Looks like Mashishi.
Yeah, Paulina Mashishi there at mid-off. And she was on the way. As soon as she hit that, was Tunnicliffe. Wasn't picked up cleanly by Mashishi.
Another fumble in the field there from the Titans. And Danae van Niekerk was quick off the mark, and good response there from Tunnicliffe to come through to the striker's end.
Yeah, good sharp calling and running for Danae van Niekerk there. And Tunnicliffe, she's so quick between the wickets. It's over the head of Mashishi. I think that is going to go down to the long off boundary. It does for 4, and Faye Tunnicliffe, maybe a heart in her mouth for a short while there, but didn't quite get all of it, but played it well over Mashishi's head.
Yeah, Mashishi looked quite interested there. She was pedaling back and then going, oh no, it's a little bit too far over my head.
Yeah, you were thinking exactly what I was thinking. I could see it in her face almost from here, that she's thinking, I've got this, and oh, no, I don't.
And another one, but this one slightly better hit by Tunnicliffe, and it's down to the long off boundary for 4 more. That is Tunnicliffe's 4th boundary to go along with the only 6 of the match so far. And this over has already cost Nzuza 10 runs. There's still 2 balls to go.
Yeah, and not what Captain Robin Searle would have wanted. Now they still can only have 2 fielders outside the ring in the last over of the power play. They're going to bring the deep mid-wicket in now. Van der Schyff coming in from deep mid-wicket to square leg, and the square leg is moving to short third inside the ring. So long off and long on out. And it's been this attack from Tunnicliffe that's forced that change. Now how's she going to play this?
Slightly quicker ball there from Nzuza. And Tunnicliffe just kind of slapped that down to a wide long on for a single. That takes the runs in the over to 11 now. We'll see what Danae van Niekerk, how she's going to finish this over. But can Nzuza close out here?
Yeah, just 1 short of the 50. It is for World Sports Betting Western Province for the last ball of the power play. As we see change yet again to the field. Deep mid-wicket going out. I think that is going to go to the boundary as well, and it's down Amachalang.
Oh, that was a teaser.
Lapangula cannot get there. You're right, it was one of those that you think, am I going to get it or aren't I going to get it? But that is a very good end to the over and to the power play for World Sports Betting Western Province. And their 50 comes up there off just 37 balls. Beautiful sweep shot brought out by Danae van Niekerk, and she plays that exceptionally well.
Oh, there was a fantastic shot. She got down so quickly, but more importantly, she found the gap. You know, it's so easy to try and paddle that round to the short, fine leg, and, you know, maybe if there's a fumble, you'll pick up a single. But a good start by WSB Western Province ladies. You know, 53 in the power play with very low risk cricket.
That is an exceptional start in Hollywoodbets Pro20 cricket. Not often that you see a score like that in the power play. 8.8 to the over. Now they are allowed to have 4 fielders outside the ring for the remainder of the innings. And it's Mashishi who's going to be replacing Marks at the Weinberg end. She bowled from this end yesterday as well. And
so Mashishi's first over was from the Calvin Grove end to see how she goes now at the Weinberg end.
Well, started well enough. That's Robin Searle coming around from her position at extra cover to field. Got 4 on the boundary. And one of those is brought into play now. That is Tiani van den Heerfel at long off. There's a deep cover, long off, long on, and a deep mid-wicket. Bit of a change now. It's Simone Lawrence going into backward point, and Zuza moving to short third. So they've taken the mid-wicket out.
Flighted there by Mashishi, trying to tempt Danae van Niekerk into going up and over, but you know, van Niekerk with her experience, you know, it's rotating the strike, just knocking it down, picking up the single, and something the Proteas could learn from.
Yeah, it's good from these two as they do exactly what Brendan's talking about. Just make sure that if you're not going to get a boundary, that you're going to be able to get a run off every ball that you possibly can. Over number 6 it was, that no dots in that over, and this over just the 1 dot so far. So into sort of the middle overs of this 20 over. Oh, she's hit that beautifully, but she doesn't quite get all of it, but it's enough to go backward of square over the short fine for 4 down to the North Pavilion here at Newlands, and another good shot from Danae van Niekerk.
Excellent. The way she moves across and then gets down on her right knee and then just pulls that over the infield down to that backward square boundary for 4. That's her 4th boundary now. That's intelligent cricket.
Yeah.
You know, you've just kind of swept backward a square for 4, and the next ball knocking it down to long on for a single to end the over, and that is 8 runs off the over.
Yeah, and easy as you like, really, for World Sports Betting Western Province at the moment. These two, they're top 2 run scorers in this competition last season, and it is certainly looking very good at the moment for World Sports Betting Western Province. And that's probably just put the mockers on them. But anyway, it's...
Commentators curse there, Mr. King.
Yeah, as Christelle van der Scheef comes back into the attack. So no one bowler has bowled 2 overs in succession here yet for the Fidelity Titans. And I'm just wondering if that... Yeah, if it wouldn't have been perhaps good to give somebody like Elise Marie Marks a bit of a spell here. You know, she was very good in her first over and in her second over. Oh, it's well fielded by Simone Lawrence at backward point. She is an excellent fielder. She has kept wicket as well in her under-19 career and in for the Titans before. But that was good fielding. It was a bit of a difficult bounce for her, and she did well.
Quick single here from Van Niekerk, and Tunnicliffe responded very well for the call from Dane van Niekerk as the ball was fielded in the point region. Interesting to note, you were talking about bowling spells, and I think Robin Searle is just trying to keep everyone guessing as to who's going to take the next ball. But we'll come back to it after this ball. The as I mentioned earlier, with regards to bowlers, it comes down to rhythm. And bowling 6 balls, you're kind of finding your line and length. You're picking up the pace of the pitch, and generally a second. I mean, T20. Sometimes a bowler will bowl 2 overs and go off for sometimes 3. Depending. Bit of a waft there from FidelityTitans.
Yeah, and you wonder, it wasn't really necessary, was it? I think that Danae just needs to have a bit of a word with her there. They've done so well in building this partnership. You don't really want to give that away now. And yes, a couple of dot balls in this over, just a single off it so far. So it's been very good from Van der Schyff, but just keep working it around.
The one thing that, and I think this is where temperament comes into, is not allowing frustration to grow where you throw your wicket away.
Yeah.
You need to accept you're going to get an over or 2 or 3 that are going to be maidens, or maybe just conceding a single, but you can't allow that frustration to creep in.
And that is when wickets start to fall, as you say, Brendan.
And that's flicked away there by Dane van Niekerk past a diving short third fine leg. And that picks up her 5th boundary. And she now moves to 34.
So 6,
and again, a good over becomes an okay over with a bad final ball.
Just looking at those leading wicket takers so far, just in one match, Zintle Kula for the Badgers, taking that 5 for 23 against the Western Province at Oudtshoorn in that match 2 weekends ago, a game in which World Sports Betting Western Province did get 122, I think it was, in their 20 overs, and managed to restrict the Badgers to just over 100. But that was a brilliant spell from Kula, and it is going to be a change again here. It's going to be Gabriela Sequeira coming on for her first ever spell of bowling in T20 cricket. She bowled yesterday, the leg break bowler. And we are going to see, I think, a change of comms as well here, as Brendan will make his way for the moment, and joined by Ane Hafenga. And thank you very much, Brendan. Always good to be on comms there with you, and we look forward to being with you a bit later on as well, as Ane will come in next to me as Gabriela's in. That's in the air over Leander Nzuza's head. One bounce for straight in front of us as Elise Marie Marks tries to get there. Just too short from the young Gabriela Sequeira, and it goes down to the boundary for 4. Welcome, Ane.
Thank you, James. It's been an exciting game so far, especially if you are a Western Province supporter.
Yeah, just rocking back well there was FidelityTitans. That's good from Sequeira this time. She fields off her own bowling, but has been very good, hasn't it? 71. They're batting at 8.5 and over, and it's been risk-free cricket from them. Couldn't find the gap on that occasion. That goes straight to, that is, I think, Angel Mgwenya at extra cover. So 2 dots now. That's very nicely played. Back with a point on the offside. They'll come back for 2. Tunnicliffe is quick between the wickets, and they get through quickly and easily as that's into Masheke. What's impressed you the most so far this morning, Ane, just about the approach from these two?
I think that even though every now and then there's a few dots, it's the boundaries that they've been getting that's been amazing.
And another one is coming here, and this is a maximum. That is the longest maximum of the day. And umpire Brent Pitt gives it horns there as he signals that one has gone over the boundary. It was just over pitched, and she got to the pitch of the ball, did Tunnicliffe, and she moves to 44 with her second maximum of the innings. And Gabriela Sequeira, her first over in T20 cricket. It's been a difficult one for her as Luanda Nzuza now comes down to the boundary here at long on. So we've got a deep cover on the boundary, a long off, long on, and a deep mid wicket. It's very nicely played, but it is Simone Lawrence at backward point that fields very nicely. Just a dot ball there, but 12 off that over off the bat of Faye Tunnicliffe. And that takes them to 79 without loss after 9 overs. This has been clinical performance from World Sports Betting Western Province so far.
Yes, James. I heard you guys talk about it. There was actually quite a lot of dot balls, but the thing is the Western Province have just found the boundaries, and I think that's quite frustrating for the Titans ladies. If you get the dots, but just getting punished on those loose balls, and that's been such incredible from the Western Province to keep the scoreboard ticking.
So it's Van der Schaaf towards us again. Oh, it's neat from Danae van Niekerk into the offside. Lawrence does the fielding. So 13 fours and 2 sixes so far. So 64, that's my calculation, makes that 64 runs of the 80 now coming in boundaries, which is a massive percentage.
Yes, I think that is quite frustrating for the Titans ladies. Yeah, it's been some great hitting.
Ooh, just trying to guide it past short third and doesn't make contact. Probably fortunate not to get the edge. It's Macheke behind the stumps who takes. Haven't been too many that have gone through to the keeper today. Q ends that one. So 2 dots in a row from Christelle van der Schaaf, and
there's just 1 run from this last 3 balls, so already a better over from Christelle van der Schaaf. Making Faye think at the moment.
10th over of the innings. They're batting at just over 8 and over. That's too wide, but it is Lawrence who does get behind it, so doesn't manage to thread it through the gap between the third and the backward point. So 3 dots, pressure building a little bit on the batter, but they don't need to feel pressure. They're so far ahead of the game at the moment, you feel. Tunnicliffe and Van Niekerk. That's really well played. They may get 2. Nzuza is going to field. They don't get 2, just a single. So she's done well there. Just get herself off strike for the moment. She was under a little bit of pressure, and Van Niekerk now, what can she do? Just looking at the 4 balls, there have been 4 overs of the 10 so far, of the 9 so far, that a 4 has been hit off the last ball of the over. So can she end this over well? That is the important question.
It's not quite a 4, but it's a brilliant single. I think that's also been something that's quite impressive so far from them with that scoreboard. Because they don't feel the pressure, they've just also been running quite well. There wasn't once an opportunity for a run out. They've just been sensible going around with the runs. And that's always what's such a privileged position if you're in this position, is there's no need for a run out or to put someone else under pressure. If you're in control of the game, it is a lovely position to be in, and that's what the Western Province ladies are as they now take a water break. Just a quick water, maybe something from the team, but I don't think there's a few things that the sideline can say to them that they don't know, because at the moment they're in a very good position.
I think you're just saying, just keep going the way you are going. We just saw a picture from our cameraman of Laura Goodall waiting. She's there on her chair. She was at the side of the field. Brilliant 111 from her yesterday. Her first century in List A cricket, as it's going to be the debutant Angel Ngwenya who's going to be coming on from the Weinberg end for her second over of the match. And that's is not signalled wide by the umpire. I'm a bit surprised with that.
That's surprised.
Unless she got a pad on it or something. So there is a new wide law in operation here, where if you're batting or you move to that wide line and the bowler puts it in a bit wider, that you may get away with it. It's neatly played down the ground, as that one's. We've seen Gwen do this yesterday, and she's been doing it again today. She's very good with that ball in the block hole. So just be interesting to see if either Tunnicliffe or Van Niekerk, as they go along, they may come down the wicket to her. It's too full this time, straight to Mapangula at mid-wicket. That would have been 4 had it gone past her. So just been dotted up a little bit in the last 2 overs.
I think it's always that difficult position as you creep closer to that 50. You don't want to go out, but you want to keep the scoreboard ticking. So maybe just a rough patch for Faye to get through, to get to that 50, and then we will see some big shots maybe. But it's always a rough patch just before the 50s and the 100s, just to push through.
Yeah, they've just brought the third up into a short third, and now they're making another change. They're bringing fielder in from deep square because she was outside the circle. You're only allowed 4 fielders outside the circle. There's now a long off and a long on for Tunnicliffe. It's very well bowled. And, she nearly wipes out Danae van Niekerk there as that goes down to Elise Marie Marks.
Danae van Niekerk almost didn't run there. I think she was first catching her breath and saw her life flash before her eyes, and then realized she must run through. But at the end, she gets there, and no harm was done.
So 2 of the first 4 deliveries. Can Angel Mgwenya finish the over well? It's down the leg side, and full dipping on Van Niekerk as she goes to try and play that one into the leg side, and she doesn't make contact. So it's the second over where Titans have been able to just exert a little bit of pressure. It's in the air, and it'll be Elise Marie who's underneath it. Oh, she was never set at all for that. That's I think that's Gabriella Sequeira underneath that, and there was no way, the way she was going to try and get that she would have taken that catch. It's the debutant Sequeira. Look at this now, Danae, just take us through this.
Yes, James, the ball was in the air quite a long time, and I think she misjudged it a bit because she was never in position, and yes, it was a difficult catch, but I think for how long that ball was in the air, she definitely had the opportunity to get in a better position, but unfortunately just couldn't, and hopefully she didn't hurt herself in that attempt, as we see the physio on the field just quickly having a talk with her and making sure everything is fine. So I think Danae definitely thinks that she got a lifeline there.
Yeah, and that pressure was created by both Mgwenya and Van der Schijf in the previous over, and she's just undergoing a concussion check here, Gabriella Sequeira. That ball, just as she went to catch it, just threw her hands, and as she went down, I think it just ricocheted up onto her head. So she is just having a bit of a check, and it does look like the physio is a little bit concerned about her, the youngster. We really don't have very much information on her. Robin Searle at the toss yesterday mentioned that both Gabriella and Angel have come through the ranks at Titans, youngsters that are playing now for them in their first games over this weekend, and it just shows the depth, she was saying, in the squad that they have at the Titans, and she was really excited for them to come in and make their debuts.
Yes, James, something that I can say about the Titans as a team in general. So I was privileged enough earlier this year to watch the Boxing Day test at Supersport Park. And I was really surprised with just the whole setup at Supersport Park. Everywhere the ladies' faces are displayed and the records of the ladies like Sunay and everywhere, and Mignonda Priya and the Sunay Liesgate, it's everywhere on display, and all these ladies' faces are on the billboards and whatever. So as you say, they do have some depth. They have ladies coming through the rank, and it was an absolute privilege, and I was surprised to see how well they just celebrate these ladies at the Titans. It was something totally different, and I do think a lot of unions can learn from that. And for that, I want to say kudos to the Titans team.
Yeah, fantastic to have that kind of culture where you're celebrating your women players, as Leander Nzuza's in, and conceded 15 in her first over, so she'll want to come back well, and she's started off well enough with a dot. Good work this time from Sequeira, diving to her right. So it's been a period here where it's been a bit quiet, so no boundaries since the 9th over. That should be just a single.
Nice use of the feet, but unfortunately no boundary yet, but it's just good to rotate the strike. One doesn't want to get too stuck in the period of getting dots. As long as you rotate the strike, that is at least something, and they need to keep doing that.
Oh, that has gone miles from Faye Tunnicliffe. It's into her arc, and it's out the park, and nothing Christelle van der Schijf can do with that, as Faye Tunnicliffe goes to her 50. Yet another 50 in this format for Faye Tunnicliffe, and she has done excellently here. It is her 11th 50 to go with 200s in her 20-over career, and it's come off just 38 balls with 6 fours and 3 sixes. Outstanding from Faye Tunnicliffe, the 24-year-old, and she is really doing outstandingly well here for World Sports Betting Western Province. Sorry, 26-year-old. And cleverly gets herself off strike. But that was a clean hit, wasn't it, Anne, to take her to her 50?
It was a brilliant 6, and the whole team celebrated it, and they celebrated her, and it's lovely to see.
Averages 34.35 in this format of the game. And that is outstanding. They're going to go through for just the one. So better over for World Sports Betting Western Province. 9 off that one, 94 without loss after 12. And just short of 8 runs to the over. So been a brilliant opening partnership, and you'll feel that they will probably want to get to about over 14, and then, or maybe even now, they're going to maybe start looking at accelerating.
Yes, James, I also thought, now I wonder when they are going to let loose. I do think there is still a few overs left, so 1 or 2 more that they can play sensible as you settle the 14th over, but I do think they're in such a position that we can really expect some great hitting and magic from them, obviously because they still have 10 wickets in hand.
So Angel Ngwenya into her 3rd over now. Just gone for 12. Very good last over, just a 3. I don't know if Anikok's hit that one over. No, she hasn't. She's hit it straight to Elise Marie Marks. It looked for a while like it was going to go over her head, but she's picked out the long on, and it is the first wicket in Hollywoodbets Pro20 cricket for Angel Ngwenya, and well done to her and to Elise Marie Marks. It is Dane van Niekerk who goes.
Yes, the 94-run partnership has been broken. Very unfortunate from Danae. It was just a few centimeters, and it would have been a 6, but Elise Marie Marks is also a very tall player and a very experienced player, and it's not a catch she would usually drop. But well done to Danae for that outstanding knock. 40 runs from just 34 balls, 7 fours. She tried there to go for the maximum, but it didn't quite work out. And yeah, it was a brilliant partnership between her and Faye. And I do think Danae joining the side the last few seasons has been a great addition to the team. And especially the two of them have been going along nicely. As we now see Laura Goodall come into the crease. A lovely century yesterday from Laura, as you mentioned, James. Let's see if she can continue that form. Obviously, a bit of a different format. But I do think if you scored 100 yesterday, you do feel good about what you can do and bring to the team today.
Yeah, she mentioned yesterday how difficult it was early on in her innings, and she certainly did have a fair share of good fortune with balls that just fell short or fell into the gaps when she did play in the air. Got a couple of ones that she didn't quite time properly first up, but as the innings went on, and she really was striking the ball very well. It's amazing what time at the crease can do for you. She does now take strike, and Ngwenya will be coming around the wicket, but we just can't stress enough how important that wicket would be for Angel Ngwenya to get for your first wicket in Hollywoodbets Pro20 cricket. To get Danae van Niekerk as your victim is fantastic. She adds that to Delmi Tucker. She got LBW yesterday, and that will be something that she will remember for her entire life. When you ask her, who was the first wicket you got in Pro20 cricket, she'll say it was Danae van Niekerk. It's good from Laura Goodall, just getting herself off strike. So I guess our question about when were they going to go and start hitting the ball, as we look at this again, is what it's just floated it up there, and Danae not getting all of it and picking out Liz Marie Marks, and she's not going to drop that, the Proteas player. She is
very unfortunate that Danae didn't get to this 50. I mean, like, she thoroughly deserved it with the innings that she played. But it is T20 and it's fast-paced, and one has to go for the shots.
Yeah. And once again, just tickling it into the leg side. That's very good from Tunnicliffe. So maybe a period now where Laura Goodall will just get into her work and give the strike to Faye Tunnicliffe. Tunnicliffe on 54. As we said, I think I said that was her. Just trying to see here. It's her 11th, yes, 11th T20 50. That's in the air, and it's been dropped at short third. That should have been taken, and the fielder knows it. And very unfortunate there. Not quite sure who that is. It might be Tiani van den Heerfel. And there's a couple of fielders there that do look quite similar. I think it is Tiani van den Heerfel at that short third.
So
Got through for one, so
it's almost as if it surprised her, but
yeah. I think it might have just died on her as it dipped in front of her. That's neatly played by Tunnicliffe into the leg side, and it's Maholang Mapangula who comes around to field, but not before they're through for two, and that's good running. So they've taken 5 off the over, just with 3 singles and a 2 after the wicket of Danae van Niekerk. And it's been disciplined bowling from the Titans ladies, just 1 wide so far, the only extra of the innings. So that's been outstanding. Just 1 away from the 100 of Western Province. And they'll get that now as Tunnicliffe keeps the strike.
yes, big over, as on the first ball she got the wicket of Danae van Niekerk, and yeah, it's lovely to see Danae back playing again cricket. She was obviously included into the Proteas women's training camp just before the World Cup, as she has found a new surge to play for the Proteas ladies again, as our ladies are doing a fantastic job at the moment qualifying for the semis at the Cricket World Cup. So it's good to see Danae back and really trying to push her way forward back into the team.
Well, she had an outstanding season last season for World Sports Betting Western Province, 215 runs in this competition, with her first ever T20 100 as well scored in that season, averaging 35.8 at a strike rate of 137, and it was outstanding once again today. Excellent strike rate from Danae van Niekerk, striking at over 120. So what you would expect, as Paulina Mashishi is going to be bowling her third over. And that's neatly played. Once again, down to long off, where Loyanda Nzuza, a tall young off-spinner and middle order batter, does the fielding. Looking forward to seeing her batting a little bit later as well. So, World Sports Betting Western Province, the platform is laid. 101 for 1, 7 overs left, the best part of 7 overs left. It's just a bit of change in personnel here. Simone Lawrence coming out into the covers, and Tiani van den Heerfel going to square leg. And again, we've got the short third and the fine leg just switching around. That is Ngwenya and Mapangula. So now,
And the bowler is still not happy.
no, she wants a short fine, and she wants a fielder in at square. She's got 2 fielders out on the boundary on the leg side, long on, and a deep mid wicket, and only 1 on the offside. So 3 on the boundary only for Goodall. And that's a quick single, and they'll make it easily as Van den Heerfel does the fielding. And it's a bit of a fumble backing up by Elise Marie Marks, but it doesn't cost them more than just the 1. So now, how does Faye Tunnicliffe play this one? 4 on the boundary for Tunnicliffe. She's hit 3 maximums already. She goes for another one that is over the head this time of the fielder in the deep, Elise Marie Marks at long on, and it's the 4th maximum for Faye Tunnicliffe. She's hitting the ball sweetly today, Anae.
Yes, Faye's just an incredible athlete. I mean, a fantastic cricketer, and she really prides herself on her fitness, and she's a great runner, etc. And I think like all of that just usually shows to me when Faye plays. She's just an incredible athlete, and the sixes she hit today has been incredible sixes, and it's lovely to watch.
Too short this time, and it's threaded the gap between fine leg and backward square down to the boundary for 4. And the runs are flowing off the bat of Faye Tunnicliffe. She moves to 68 with that shot. 112 for 1. It's been an expensive over from Paulina Mashishi. 12 so far. 2 balls left in the over. The acceleration coming now from World Sports Betting Western Province. And, that's good play down at 2 long off for the single.
Yes, that was the thing about the wicket. It always breaks a bit of the momentum, and it takes a dent in the run rate. But this is a brilliant over from Faye, and just keeps them again back on track.
That's beautifully played by Laura Goodall. That is done superbly well there, as she noticed that the mid-off was up in the ring, and she plays it to the left of Elise Marie Marks and down to the boundary for 4, and that was an outstanding over for World Sports Betting Western Province.
17 from
Yep.
it, and 3 boundaries. So that was a brilliant over from the Western Province ladies.
So 117 for 1, and no dots in that over. Just the second over without any dots, and it's been excellent in this middle period, in the periods from over 7 to 14, those 8 overs. World Sports Betting Western Province just conceding 16 dots, so just 2 and over. 2 dots in the overs between, as I say, 7 and 14. And there'll be this over now from last over for Angel Ngwenya. That's hit powerfully by Tunnicliffe. Straight to Mapangula on the deep mid-wicket boundary.
Yeah, she just middled that ball, but the fielder was ready for it. I think this will be... Angel obviously got the wicket in the previous over, and I guess the Titan ladies wish that she can bring some magic again, especially with Faye.
It's over the, it's I say not over the infield. It's just into the gap, and Lawrence does well there to get her onto that one, just to her right-hand side, to her left-hand side, sorry, and they get through for the single still. So not quite connecting that how she wanted to, Laura Goodall. So she's got her best and quickest fielders on the boundary. Oh, that is so neat from Faye Tunnicliffe. Well done to her.
Good over so far from the Titans ladies. 3 runs from 3 balls. When the previous over went for 17 runs, to keep this one tight was very important for them. And I do think the captain expected that from a bowler, and so far she has delivered.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Angel Mgwenya. That's in the air and should be taken. They're going to go through for the single. Is taken, and Laura Goodall, she's living by the sword. She dies by the sword there, and Mgwenya gets her second wicket in the match, the second wicket for the Titans, and it is Laura Goodall who is making her way with that innings of hers, a very short innings of hers of 8, and she's been caught by Masheke, the wicket keeper, off the bowling of Mgwenya for 8. And let's look at this again. It was short. She was trying to pull it into the leg side, didn't quite get hold of it, and she has to make her way back for that 8. No boundaries, I think, in that innings of hers, off just the 5 deliveries though, so it was very good from Angel Mgwenya there, getting another wicket. And as you said, Anae, she's got the wicket in her first over. She got another one in her first over. In the previous over, she got another one now, and that is excellent. I'm going to make way for Brendan. He's going to join you now as Kayla Reineke comes in to bat.
Yes, Kayla Reineke is back into on the field, and she's going to bat next. Kayla Reineke is such an exciting player, has been doing an incredible job for the Proteas as junior teams, as under-19 captain. She has been in the Western Province side, ladies side, for quite a while, and she's such an exciting player, and I do think she is going to be a big player for the future, and it's exciting to see what she can do. It's obviously she comes in at a tricky play because they have to up the tempo now, but I do believe she has it in her, as we've seen previously, to hit a few boundaries.
Good afternoon, Anae. Nice to be commentating with you for the first time.
Yes, it's lovely, especially for the Western Province. It's looking so brilliantly today.
Oh, and that's another one for Mgwenya. A great catch there at point.
And that is a duck for Kayla Reineke, a golden duck, first ball, and she's out. And it's a bit of a commentator's curse because I do think the World Sports betting Western Province women have been batting brilliantly, but just as I said it, they got the wicket, and as we look at the replay,
This was a great catch. But there again, Kayla Reineke not getting on top of the ball, sitting into the shot and then hitting it straight to point for a golden duck.
yes, and Simone Lawrence there with the brilliant catch. It's a young, exciting player for the Titans ladies, and it was a brilliant catch. And that means that we have a new batter at the crease. And I think the Titans ladies would be glad about the last few overs. They've definitely brought it back, and especially with the 3 wickets that they got in the last few overs, which makes a big difference.
Gemma Botha's the new batsman at the crease, and it's going to be interesting how Mgwenya finishes her spell here. It's her last ball, currently 3 for 21. And that's driven down the ground, a single off the final ball. And that is a brilliant spell of bowling from the young Mgwenya. 4 overs, 3 for 22. And what a way to make your statement in a T20 game.
Yes, that's been a brilliant over. As we watch the replay again of that second wicket in the over with Kayla Reineke, brilliant bowling and an even better catch by Simone Lawrence. And yes, Angel has definitely brought back the game for the fight. Titans ladies with her 3 wickets in the last 4 overs, and she's just been bowling brilliantly.
She has been bowling brilliantly. I mean, she conceded 9 runs in her first over, and then 13 in her next 3 with 3 wickets. Really is a fantastic. So Western Province currently 121 for 3. There are 5 overs left in the innings. Key for the Western Province ladies is Tunnicliffe still there, unbeaten on 71. And Gemma Botha's off the mark. Oh, sorry, that was her second run. She was off the mark earlier. My old eyes are deceiving me, Anae.
No, it is. There was a few quick wickets at the moment. A new batter came in very quickly, swift and fast. But yes, Gemma Botha did get a second run from a second ball just now. And a dot ball there for Faye. It's already a better over from Gabriella. In her first over, she went for 12 runs, and there was a maximum in that over. The first two balls here immediately looks better. She also received some treatment for maybe a concussion, but it seems like she's good to go and she's ready for a second over.
Oh, Tunnicliffe getting a bit of fortune there, and the ball teases two of the fielders down to the boundary behind the wicketkeeper. Skera there just getting the ball to bounce, and Tunnicliffe edging that past the keeper. And that is another boundary for Tunnicliffe, who moves on to 75. Sorry, I need to correct myself there. The umpire gave those as 4 byes.
So it didn't get added to Faye's total, but still very fortunate for the batter and for the home team.
Oh, what a shot from Tunnicliffe. Another 6 to her name. That is her 5th maximum in a brilliant, what is turning out to be a really brilliant innings, Ane.
Yes, and she likes to go down the ground. I think it's a 2nd or 3rd maximum in that area, and nothing that Elizabeth Marks can do there. She just watches the ball and throws it back.
And it's straight to backward point.
That's the end of the over, as there is 7 runs from the over, of course, with the 4 byes. Unfortunately, still an expensive over for the bowler, and I think as we edge closer to the end of this innings, there's just 4 overs left. I do think Faye has to step it up a notch. We did see that she gave that maximum there in the previous over, but she definitely is going to play a key role in this last 4 overs.
And we can see that Elizabeth Marks is back into the attack now with her 3rd over. There's currently 4 overs remaining in the innings. And the score currently 132 for 3 after 16 overs. Do you think, Ane, that Western Province will be looking at probably about 160 plus?
I think it's doable if they don't lose any further wickets. I do think Elizabeth Marks is going to want to change that. She's an experienced bowler. We've seen her multiple times in the Proteas ladies side. And let's see what she can do.
And that's driven down the ground by Gemma Botha, giving the strike to Tunnicliffe, who is in excellent form.
I think that's all that the World Sports betting Western Province women have to do. If Gemma is on strike, definitely just get a single to put Faye back. And if Faye is on strike, she just has to go for the big shots. I think they have nothing to lose. It's been a brilliant inning so far from her. And she definitely wants to pull it through for the team. But I think she has nothing to lose and she must go for it.
It was down the leg side, and Tunnicliffe just pops it on the leg side. Backward point, backward square leg fielder just was thought of a catch, but just out of her reach, and she gets another single now and moves on to 78. She's already got 8 4s and 5 6s to her name, Tunnicliffe. Oh, that's an excellent ball. In the block hole. Gemma Botha didn't know much about that one.
No, it was a brilliant ball by Elizabeth Marks, and that puts the batter under pressure, and I think that's what she's put out to do. That's why they saved the last 2 overs for her in this 10th overs.
I mean, Marks has got 52 career wickets to her name. And Faye Tunnicliffe coming down the wicket, Gemma Botha comes down the wicket, crashes that ball through extra cover and past the diving cover fielder, and picks up her first boundary of the day. Oh, what a shot that was. Talk us through it, Anae.
It's just a brilliant shot. As she moved her feet, got herself into position, and to make sure she got the 4, there's nothing that the fielders could do in that position. Everyone just looked at it, and it was brilliant.
Marks pulls that one back. She's got 1 ball left in the over. It's currently gone for 6. And she'll be looking to try and close this one out. With Western Province already 138 for 3, they can ill afford another boundary in this over. She's conceded so far 15 runs in her 2 overs and 5 balls. Oh, an excellent slower ball there to end the over. That was well done by Eliz Marie Marks. And that brings the 17th over to a close. And Western Province are 138 for 3.
But that's why you want somebody like Eliz Marie Marks to come in at the end of her innings and just to bowl that last 2 overs to make that difference. And what a difference she made, just 6 runs from it. And I do think there was 1 or 2 opportunities which it really troubled the batters. Unfortunate not to pick up a wicket there, but at the end of the day, for how well the home team has been batting, just to get 6 runs from that over, conceding that has been brilliant from her.
And it's going to be Gabriella Sequeira that's going to continue from the Calvin Grove end. Currently 2 overs, 0 for 19. Someone with a bit of hay fever in the background there. But I think, what if you were Robin Searle, what as captain of the Titans, what would you be happy to try and restrict Western Province to?
Just have a quick look as the ball was fielded there. I think realistically we're at the point where I think the Western Province ladies is going to cross 150. So I think if we can restrict them to 150, that is already a massive total. But if you keep it very close in this last few overs,
Sequeira going up for an appeal of against Gemma Botha, but you can see that ball was drifting down the leg side, and the umpire had no interest in furthering that conversation. Midway through the over, just a single from it so far. And we can see that Gabriella Sequeira is really flighting the ball here, trying to tempt Gemma Botha into going for a big shot. And so far it's paying off for her. That was a flatter one from Sequeira's. Gemma knocks that down to wide long off for a single.
Yes, she finds half of a gap to get the single, but I do think that leaves Faye with 1 ball left in the over, which is not ideal from a run perspective.
Well, they're training for the second. That is good running between the 2 batsmen, bats ladies, bats people, depending on which batters. There we go, batters. And that brings the 18th over to a close. And Western Province 142 for 3, 2 overs to go. And 8 runs to get to the 150 mark, and 18 to get to that 160 mark. And at the rate that Western Province are batting at, which is just shy of 8 runs to the over, we can, they'll probably be looking at about 155, 156, somewhere around there.
We saw in the previous over that Faye had a little chat with Gemma, and I think that is going to be crucial. Faye must definitely tell the batter what she expects from her, because we know that Faye needs to get on strike.
And there she goes and does just that. Although Faye Tunnicliffe was looking at trying to come back for the second, always looking to add an extra run to the board. But she's going to be on strike now with just 11 balls left in the innings.
Yes, and Elizabeth Marks coming in for her last over of the day. A brilliant 16 from 3.1 over so far. And hopefully she can finish strong.
Oh, excellent ball there from Elizabeth Marks in the block hole, but Faye Tunnicliffe, I didn't have my breakfast this morning, but Faye Tunnicliffe digging the ball out down to long on for a single.
Yes, and Faye for the second time today is troubling her teammate. Danae had a scare previously a bit earlier today, and Gemma Botha also had a bit of a scare there. Also forgot almost to run as she ducked to the floor, but no one is hurt and the runs are added. So far, again, a brilliant over from Elizabeth Marks. 3 balls, 3 runs, and if you look at the game, that is exactly what her captain was expecting from her. I think Robin Searle is very happy that Elizabeth Marks is bowling at the death overs and restricting the ladies of the Western Province.
And Tunnicliffe comes down the wicket, hits that down to long on. Are you surprised that that Marks hasn't made? I mean, she's kept the runs down. She's kept a very tight line. But are you surprised she hasn't picked up a wicket today yet?
Yes, I definitely think in this last 2 overs, because as pressure builds, that's usually when opportunities come. So when you keep the run rate low and you're bowling good balls, even if that doesn't create the wicket, just sometimes it creates the opportunity for a wicket.
That's driven out wide, and the sweeper can't get there, and that is a boundary for Gemma Botha, the second for her today. And that's the 150 up for World Sports Betting Western Province ladies, and it's been an excellent innings so far.
Yes, as you said, the 150 runs has been brought up, and also the 30-run partnership between the two of them. I do think it is always crucial to build partnerships, and yeah, the end of the innings to build a valuable partnership so far, 30 runs has been very good from these two.
That's down the leg side by Marks, and Gemma Botha just flicks that off her pads down to the vacant fine leg boundary for another boundary, and that takes the score to 154 for 3 at the end of the 19th over. And Elizabeth Marks finishes with 0 for 27 in her 4 overs. A bit of a dour end there, as she conceded 12 runs off that the final over.
Yes, that is the funny thing about cricket. For 3 overs you bowl really well, and then for 3.4 overs you bowl really well, and then just 2 loose deliveries at the end, which adds another 8 runs, which makes it 12 for the over, and that's unfortunate, because I do think up until that point it was some brilliant statistics, and not taking it away from her, but somebody from her class would have wanted to end better.
Well, that poor end to the Marks spell has kind of thrown our prediction out the window, because Western Province are 154. Oh, and that's another big shot there from Faye Tunnicliffe over the wide long on boundary for 6, and that is her 6th maximum in the innings, and that takes the score to 160. And I think Robin Searle is going to be scratching her head when they come into bat, having conceded 160 with still 5 balls to go, and
Yes, and never mind the team's total. Faye is edging closer to that 100. 5 balls left, 11 runs to go for her to get to that elusive 100. So I do think she puts the team first, but let's see what she can do.
And again, this time over the wide mid-wicket fence, and another 6. She's really taking a liking to Sakira in this final over. And that takes Tunnicliffe to 95, just 5 runs shy of a magnificent milestone in T20 cricket of 3 digits.
Yes, 2 brilliant maximums in a row. It's just incredible to watch. I mean, sitting here today and watching this innings of Faye.
And a bit miscued, and she's going to pick up a single. And Buerta's coming back, and the throw goes down to Masheke at the keeper's end. But they come back for 2 runs. That was brilliant running by Gemma Buerta to get Faye back on strike.
Yes, I do actually think from the start there was 2 runs in it, but they hesitated for a moment, and that hesitation almost could have led to some trouble. But at the end of the day, they played it very nicely, and they got the 2 runs without too much to worry about, and that brings Faye back on strike and 3 runs short of the 100.
And that's out towards mid-wicket, and they're coming back for 2. Gemma Buerta's in trouble, and she's run out. It was a great throw from the deep, but Buerta trying to bring Tunnicliffe back on strike, sacrificed her wicket in the pursuit of the greater good, and she departs for 18.
Yes, I think Gemma won't worry too much. She did what she had to do to get Faye on strike, to play innings for the team. With the last 3 balls left, 2 balls left. Let's see what Faye can still do. At least she's not out. It's unfortunate that Gemma Buerta had to lose her wicket in that way. But she goes for 18 runs from 14 balls. And she added a very valuable partnership with Faye here at the end. So definitely a very important innings, even more so when you take in context what happened.
And the new batter at the crease is Yandiswa Mangele.
Oh, it was 48 runs partnership between Gemma Buerta and Faye Tunnicliffe. So that was a brilliant partnership here at the end of the innings.
And a smashing hit over mid-wicket for 6. And that brings up her 3rd T20 century. What an innings from Faye Tunnicliffe. And she throws her bat in delight, and a big hug there from Mangele. And the crowd and her players, a standing ovation for the right-handed batsman. And a fantastic innings. Sorry, Yane, I'm stealing all the limelight.
No, it's brilliant.
This is brilliant.
It's a third T20 century, and I think we were just privileged to witness this. I'm just so excited. We saw the few people as spectators, her teammates just absolutely losing it. And I think us as commentators are so excited, not just because of the 100, but just how brilliantly that 100 was.
And that 100 came off 64 balls with 7 4s and 7 6s. And another big one. That's number 8 of the day. Over long on, and Faye Tunnicliffe is just having a brilliant afternoon here.
110 runs, 65 balls, and that is the end of the innings for the Western World Sports Betting Western Province ladies. 181 for 4. A few overs ago we were looking at 160, but with 4 sixes in this overs, it was absolutely brilliant.
And that is the highest score for World Sports Betting Western Province. 181. A brilliant day, but again it comes down to the anchor of Faye Tunnicliffe, who walks off the field. 110 not out. A brilliant knock. A brilliant knock.
I do think all the limelight must go to Faye Tunnicliffe, but valuable contributions there from Danae van Niekerk and Gemma Buerta to build 2 valuable partnerships with her, who gave her some freedom then to go for her shots. Absolutely brilliant. Yes, highest score for the World Sports Betting Western Province ladies, and it was just brilliant innings.
That was absolutely brilliant, and Gabriela Sequeira going for 27 runs in that final over, and it was an absolute, kind of left speechless. But just having a look at the scorecard there, Nate. So Faye Tunnicliffe 110 not out from 65 balls. The wickets to fall, Danae van Niekerk caught by Eliz Marie Marks, bowled by Angel Mgwenya for 40 from 34. A brilliant 94-run opening stand with Faye Tunnicliffe. And then 2 good quick wickets to fall, which was Laura Goodall for just 8. And then Reinica, the very next ball, giving Mgwenya a fantastic start to her T20 career. 4 overs, 3 for 22. And we can see there that Sequeira, conceded 50 runs in her 4 overs. So Mgwenya bowler of the day so far for the Titans.
Yes, I'm actually very surprised with that they ended the innings with Gabriela Sequeira bowling, because since the first over she was under pressure going for 12 runs. There was a maximum from that over, and then someone like Christelle van der Schuyf that didn't finish on her 4 overs with zero wickets but 18 runs. I am a bit surprised for throwing the youngster in there, even bowling that finish in her last 2 overs to get her to the 4 overs, because she has been under pressure since that first over that she bowled, and I'm very surprised actually that they persisted with her. And I do think they had 1 or 2 options which they could have looked into, but at the end of the day, that's a proper learning school for the youngster.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining us for the Western Province innings. We're going to take a break now, and when we come back after the innings break, the Fidelity Titans ladies will be chasing a record score of 182 in 20 overs to try and pick up their first victory after their tie in their opening match. Western Province will be looking to close this out to make it 2 from 2. But from Nay and myself, we're going to be taking a break, and I'll be back with you with James King at the resumption of the Titans.
Welcome back to World Sports Betting Newlands as it's Leah Jones opening from the Kelvin Grove end. And she's bowling to Robin Searle, the captain of the Fidelity Titans. And I'm James King, the Cape Fox. With me here, Brendan Atwell. And Brendan, we've witnessed in that first innings one of the great domestic T20 innings. 110 not out from Faye Tunnicliffe, 7 fours, 8 sixes. What an outstanding innings it was.
Good start there by Leah Jones. Good afternoon, Mr. King. It was indeed probably one of the best T20 innings I've witnessed across T20 cricket, both men and women's cricket. It was an absolute display of calm, measure, brutality when it needed to be. But turning our attention to the chase, it would be a record chase of 182 if the Titans were to achieve it.
In the air, and we'll go down to deep cover for the single. It's like Kayla Reniker doing duty out there as Robin Searle gets the Titans chase underway. As you say, it would be a record chase not only on this ground, that 181 was the highest total in a T20 women's game at World Sports Betting Newlands, but it will be the highest chase ever in the history of T20 cricket for women in this country.
And, that ball just died on Leah Jones there, and Mapangula almost saw a golden duck behind her name there.
Yeah, just stopped on her a little bit here. She's trying to potentially play it forcibly and just falling short of Leah Jones on her follow through. So it could have been the worst possible start for the Titans. It is a mountain to climb, but we know that they will be positive in their approach to this. Robin Searle, very positive cricketer, very positive person.
And Mapangula's off the mark there, driving out to Kayla Reniker on the sweeper fence. But James, I think the Titans are really going to be up against it here, trying to reach that 182. I mean, considering they're up against two of the best domestic T20 bowlers, especially last season, with both Jones and Kayla Reniker topping the charts in terms of wickets taken, 14 apiece.
It was Kayla Reniker that was the CSA T20 player of the season last season. Beautiful shot from Robin Searle. That is excellent from the Titans captain. She played a very good knock yesterday of 51, and she's going down the wicket here. Leah Jones sees her coming, does adjust, but Searle is brilliantly playing that. They're adjusting to the line and the length from Jones down to the backward point boundary, or wide third boundary for 4. Excellent end to the over for the Titans and for the Titans captain.
The Titans are going to have to measure this chase. They don't want to let the run rate get away from them, but they also don't want to throw away quick wickets in pursuit of a fast start. So this first wicket partnership is going to be extremely important, and between Searle and Mapangula, one of them is going to have to carry their bat.
Well, she has an outstanding record at T20 level, Robin Searle. And it's a wicket with her first delivery for Delmi Tucker. Sharp work behind the stumps by J. Lee Philander, and umpire Verlin Etzebeth sees that Amokalang Mapangula has just let her back foot just come out of the crease and gives the decision in the favour of World Sports Betting Western Province, and it's 6 for the loss of 1.
That was some quick ends there from Philander. The ball just going straight on past Mapangula's outside edge, and Philander, with the strike of a hornet, whipped those bells off. And the umpire had no hesitation in raising his finger and sending Mapangula back to the pavilion for just a single.
So Simone Lawrence comes to the crease. Some outstanding fielding from her, as we would expect from Simone, she's an outstanding fielder, a very good batter. She only got 4 yesterday when she was run out. An unfortunate mix-up with Robin Searle yesterday. I look forward to seeing her batting today. Very good young player. 12 innings so far in this format, just 87 runs. Reinicke comes round from backward square to field that one, and it's a dot for her first delivery. It's an exciting player, Simone Lawrence. She's better than the numbers suggest at the moment.
Robin Searle's really going to have to play a captain's innings here for the Titans if they're going to have any chance of getting close to this total.
It's in the air, but it's going to land safe. Then Nikirk will come around from long on and field. They're through for the single. So good intent shown early on from Simone Lawrence. And Robin Searle on strike, by far the most experienced of the players here in this format for the Titans women. 1,615 runs for her, an average of 21.5. That's in the air. It is going to be wide of Tatum LaRue. They take the single.
And I can see that we're probably going to have quite a few of these teasers from the Titans batters.
2 already.
That's well done there by Tucker, keeping it tight. And that's the end of the second over, a successful over for Delmarie Tucker. And just conceding 2 runs, and the Titans currently 8 for 1 after 2. And already that required rate is nearing the 10 mark.
Well, it is a massive mountain to climb, and just the acceleration in those final couple of overs, the last over of the match, and in that inning, sorry, should I say, of World Sports Betting Western Province, going for 27, was 4 sixes off the bat of Faye Tunnicliffe, and a 2 and the 1, which was a run out as well. Gemma Borges sacrificing herself in the cause, and it was the cause to get Faye Tunnicliffe to that 100.
But also interesting to note is that the 19th over, which is one of the key overs in T20 cricket, bowled by Elmarie Marks, and she had kept it tight for the first 4 balls and then conceded 10 runs off her final 2 balls, which set the momentum for that final over. It was actually quite surprising that Sakira had bowled that final over.
Yeah, I must say, I did find that quite surprising. I mean, she had bowled the 18th over and only conceded 4 off that over. So maybe Captain Robin Searle thinking with the ball on the legs break bowler, perhaps turning away from the right-hander, that it would be something very difficult. Anyway, it's Lawrence on strike now. That's going down the leg side, and they'll take a leg by. But yes, I do think it was a surprise that the young lady in her first T20 match, representative T20 match at this level, and given the ball in the final over, and it was Faye Tunnicliffe who was in devastating touch in her innings of 110, her highest innings at this level, her 3rd century, as we said, at T20 level.
I was quite surprised that Christelle van der Scheef didn't take that final over. In the air. Snap.
There we go. Oh dear. As my children would have said, Jinx, you owe me a soda. I think that one. But that's gloriously played by Robin Searle. She is in excellent touch today, as she was yesterday. 10 boundaries in that 51 she scored yesterday. Brendan, she was by far and away head and shoulders above anybody else in that Titans lineup from a batting point of view. Gloriously played down the ground, straight over the bowler's head, the safest place in cricket. And Robin Searle's making a statement here. And the Western Province captain's going to have to put her thinking cap on.
The previous ball from Leah Jones was wide, and it allowed Searle to throw her bat at it and over the point fielder for 4. The next one she overpitched, and it was in the slot for Searle just to drive through it and pick up her 3rd boundary of the innings.
10 off the first 4 balls of the over. Outstanding stuff from the Titans captain.
Slower ball there from Jones, and kept out by Searle. The Titans currently 18 for 1, just 1 more ball left in the 3rd over. And the Titans have picked up their run rate now to just over 6, but the important thing, I think, from a Titans perspective is to make sure that they keep that required rate under 10.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult to do that, but it's something they've achieved in this over. Hopefully they can continue to do that. It's well played. Mangala, just lands nastily there as she tries to field that one, and they come through for 2. That's good running. So 12 off the over. A good one for the Titans ladies, and that they're 20 for 1 after 3. As you say, they need to keep up as best as they can with this rate. It is very difficult. It's going to be very difficult to bat at 10 and over for 17 overs.
I think the important thing from the Titans' perspective is to keep the strike rotation going, pick up the 1s and 2s, and pick up the odd boundary here and there. Oh, great ball there from Tucker, getting a bit of bounce from the Weinberg end.
I think what they are going to have to do, I mean, they're going to be facing a lot of spin in this particular innings. It's played beautifully by Simone Lawrence down to the boundary, and Faye Tunnicliffe upset with herself that she didn't cut that one off. She made a lot of ground from her position at deep mid-wicket. She is an outstanding fielder. Got her hand to it, but I think just parried it onto her body and onto the rope. Couldn't quite stop that great boundary from Simone Lawrence. Flighted
there from Tucker, and Lawrence trying to give it the old heave-ho, but just hitting the ball into her foot.
Yeah, I think she wasn't at all set to play that shot. It was on the move.
Oh, was that a chance, James?
I don't know. I don't know if that carried. It did look like it might have been a chance. Hit it hard, straight back to Tucker. There wasn't too much response from the fielders, though. That's played well, and that is going to go over the ropes from Simone Lawrence. The first maximum of the innings for the Titans. Well played there by Lawrence. It just got that one in the slot. This time she's a lot more settled, and she's got a firm base, comes down the wicket, foot facing down the pitch, and plays it beautifully over, wide-ish, long on for 6.
We can see Lawrence not scared to use her feet, and that's the end of the 4th over. A good over for the Titans. The score now at 30 for 1. Required rate is just hovering on that 9.5, and that's something that they're going to have to watch. But 10 runs from that Tucker over.
It really is very good from the Titans. Simone Lawrence, she has moved very quickly to 11. Single and the 4 and the 6 in that over. Captain Robin Searle, 17 of 10 deliveries. She has really been batting well. There's 2 beautiful 4s in the previous over of Leah Jones, and it's now going to be Tatum LaRue, who's coming in from the Kelvin Grove end. So great to see the intent here from the Titans batters.
Down the leg side from LaRue to start, and Philander wasn't able to cut it off, and it's a single to Searle.
So how is Simone Lawrence going to play this against Tatum LaRue? Just having an idea, looking around the field to see where fielders are set. It's pretty much asking the bowler to bowl straight here. And that she does. Played to deep mid-wicket. Tunnicliffe is doing duty out there, as she so often does. And we have got Kayla Reinicker out on the cover boundary. And it's a bit of a change now for Searle, because we've seen how she likes to play the ball backward of square on the offside. The third is going back down there.
And straight to that third man fielder, and they go through for a single. The interesting thing I noticed with Tatum LaRue's ball to Simone Lawrence is how they had the two fielders out on the boundary was at mid-wicket and the cover fence.
So she's going to be bowling it sort of into the wicket directly at the stump. She's aiming for the stumps. Oh, that's really well done by Gemma Boerter. That ball was flying, and on the bounce she managed to get both hands to it. Just parried it slightly, but still did very well. Anywhere, either a metre either side of it would have been down towards that deep mid-wicket boundary.
My hands hurt from up here, James.
Yeah, it was beautifully played, and good fielding there. Laura Goodall doing outstandingly to her right-hand side to prevent that going down to the boundary. Simone Lawrence hit that with some force. She's batting really well, Simone Lawrence. Good to see her here. Her highest score, just 26 in this format. She's already on 13. What's so good about Robin Searle, both yesterday and today, as the end of the over comes, it's 35 for the loss of 1, is just the way that she's hitting the ball so cleanly, and she gets the ball when she plays that shots out into the offside. She's got her head in the right position, and is able to then just get the sort of power that she needs. She's got a lot of timing as well, but it's just good power out to that cover boundary. But just for the single, so just the 1 dot in that over, and the 5 single. So Western Province won't be unhappy with that. Rate required still at close to that 10 level, 9.8, as Kayla Reinicker comes into the attack. And this is going to be a very interesting spell here, as to see how they're going to deal with Reinicker. She varies her pace, she varies her flight.
That's up in the air. Taken by Tatum LaRue at mid-off, and the second Titans wicket falls, and Kayla Reinicker immediately makes an impact. And that is the end of the Titans captain, Robin Searle, for 20.
Let's just have a look at this from Reinicker. She does really well. I think she sees Searle coming, and she bowls that just that little bit wider outside at the off stump. She has to go through with the shot. She can't get any kind of power on it at all. She just wasn't in any position to play the shot as she's going down the wicket more to the leg side and puts it up into the air, and LaRue takes the catch at mid-off, and it is Robin Searle who has to make her way back to the pavilion. A good innings of 20 of 14 balls with 3 fours. We'll look at this again, and bowls it across her, and that really was why that shot just went up into the air, as Liz Marie Marks is in now for the Titans.
That was a very good ball there from Kayla Reinicker, just pushing it across Searle as she came down the track, and Tatum LaRue settled herself nicely under the ball at mid-off, and took a decent catch.
So now change of line. I think there was obviously a plan there to Robin Searle, and now a change of line for Kayla Reinicker over the wicket to Elise Marie Marks. And that wicket of Robin Searle was was also their highest scorer of the players that are playing today in this tournament last season. 153 runs for her. Marks gets this one to Tunnicliffe on the leg side. They're turning for the second. They're going to have to hurry. Oh, throw was not a bad throw from Tunnicliffe, and good running from Simone Lawrence to get back. But if that had been a better throw and Kayla Reinecker had been able to be behind the stumps there, I think Simone Lawrence might have been struggling.
Yeah, I think Lawrence would have been gone for all money had that been a direct hit, or if Reinecker had been right at the stumps. But I think that Searle wicket for the Titans was a very big knock.
Yeah, it's a huge blow for them in their pursuit of this massive 182 to win. And
Reinecker keeping it nice and tight as Elmarie Marks looks to just try and play it on the leg side, try and get off strike, but Reinecker's taking all the pace off the ball. Difficult for them to get it away.
So good in this format of the game. Kayla Reinecker had a good day yesterday with the ball, and she started off well here as well. Just 2 off the over, and it's 37 for the loss of 2 after 6. And that is the power play done and dusted. And just by means of comparison, it was World Sports Betting Western Province 53 without loss at the end of 6 overs. So it is more than a mountain to climb here. It's like for the Fidelity Titans ladies, but you can be sure that Simone Lawrence and Elise Marie Marks, they're going to be positive in terms of their play and how they're going to approach this. And Tatum LaRue to continue.
Oh, that is an inside edge and down to the fine leg boundary for 4. Very fortunate runs there for Simone Lawrence, but that is her second boundary now.
Yep, that was the first one. Glorious shot from her. This one, not perhaps what she would have wanted, but she'll take the runs anyhow. It's coming off the Lawrence bat very nicely at the moment. They're not going to take 2 there to Faye Tunnicliffe. So an opportunity here for both Elise Marie Marks and Simone Lawrence to just get a partnership going here, bat long, try and take it as deep as possible. She can hit the long ball, most certainly can Marks.
Another edge there. This time fielded at short third man.
And Nasipo Vezi doing duty there. No doubt we will see her bowling. We called yesterday her metronomic deliveries that she bowls. Attacks the stumps. Very difficult to get away. In the air.
Up and over.
It's glorious shot. Past the fielder at backward point down to the boundary for 4. Well played by Elise Marie Marks. She's played that exceptionally well. She saw it was short and wide very early from LaRue. Not a great delivery, but it's well dealt with, and that's what you have to do. Have to make sure that you're putting away the 4 balls.
Yep. So I mean, we can see now. Yes, there was the fortunate inside edge, but already 9 off the over. Tatum LaRue stops her run up. Much better ball there from Tatum LaRue as Marks just defends out into the offside. Oh, what a ball from Tatum LaRue there. Marie Marks knew nothing of that. It cut inside her, and Philander spilled the ball behind the stump, so she can be lucky that there wasn't an inside edge there. But a very good end to the over, and the Titans are now 46 for 2 after 7.
Yeah, she came down the wicket looking for the shot, maybe over the infield, and it was put in a little bit shorter from Tatum LaRue. Good answer to that charge from Elise Marie Marks. 9 off the over, and Titans women will be happy with that. As Kayla Rainick is going to continue. Now she's going to be bowling. She's going to be bowling around now. She's going to be bowling over the wicket once again to Simone Lawrence. Lawrence has wanted to try and come down the wicket to the spinners. Into her second over. Success in her first, or the first delivery of the match. And she had Robin Searle caught at mid-off.
Lawrence will want to make this innings count, James, because obviously she started the Hollywoodbets Pro T20 on a sour note with just 2.
It's beautifully swept and with power down to the boundary in front of the Oaks for 4. And that is really an indication of the talent that this young lady has. She is a really fantastic batter. Love to see her bat, very technically correct, and that shot as well. Just foot down the wicket and sweeping beautifully.
That boundary also brought up the 50 for the Titans in 44 balls, so not the rate that they really want at the moment, but they have lost 2 wickets, and consolidation is key.
Pulls that one across the line this time, and Gemma Botha just knocking. No, it isn't Gemma Botha, apologies. That's Leah Jones on the boundary. Excellent fielder, just knocked that one on. She'll be unhappy with that, letting 2 runs go. Just would have been hoping she could have cut it down for a single. So now a change of line from around the wicket now to Lawrence. Could be a run out. Oof. Well,
chatting with the Western Province coaching staff this morning before play started, James, one of the things that they were unhappy with yesterday was the fielding.
Yeah.
And I think there's been a marked improvement in the energy in the field today.
Yeah, it's been brilliant from them. I mean, led by their captain and Faye Tunnicliffe as well, who's outstanding in the field. That one probably pitching outside leg, but she just concedes the 6 off the over. It's another good one from Kayla Rainick. Very good boundary from Simone Lawrence off the second ball of the over. But yeah, the fielding has been much better today. They've been putting their bodies on the line. We've seen that from the senior players in the team as well. Laura Goodall made a very good stop at mid-off. We've seen Faye Tunnicliffe herring around the boundary, the captain as well. So yeah, the just energy, as you say, I think energy is excellent. And when you're defending 182, you would hope that the energy would be excellent because they've done exceptionally well from a batting point of view. But you want to see that. I mean, they still want to make sure that they get a big win here. There's World Sports Betting Western Province, as it is the ever-reliable Nasipo Vezi coming in to the attack for the ladies in blue and orange.
But also you can say that defending 181 can sometimes create a bit of complacency in the field. They go, if that goes for 4, we've got a lot of runs to play with. But chat off to this.
Good attempt by Rainick. Will just be the single down to Goodall at long off. Yeah, I think it's very important. You want to, in a situation like this where you have got a team, you've put a big number of runs on the board, you want to make sure that your performance is clinical, professional. You want to really set your stall out.
Yeah, you know, the energy in the field, the cutting off of the singles, you know, if instead of there being a 2, you're cutting it down to 1. If the ball's going for a boundary, you cut it down to 2 or 3. It just puts added pressure on the team.
Well,
good start here from Vezi.
Yeah, I think Leah Jones, she's got her field placing set 100% right here for Nasipo Vezi. You know she's going to be just short of a length. She's going to be attacking that off stump. She's got the field set for that.
And gone.
Oh, what a catch. That is an absolute specky from Captain Leah Jones. And we spoke about her leading from the front. And that is one of the best catches you're going to see on this ground in ladies cricket. It is outstanding. Diving to her left. She gets 2 hands to it, holds on to it, and Simone Lawrence, very good innings from her of 24, but it comes to an end with that outstanding catch. Let's look at this again.
But Lawrence had been looking at hitting in that area, and a wide ball there from Vezi, and Lawrence just pulls that across the line, and an excellent diving catch to the left. But Mr. King, I am going to leave you and go and have something to eat. We've finally got my lunch up here, so I'm going to hand the mic over to Anae in Australia, Haffenga, and she's going to spend the next 30 minutes with you.
Thank you very much, Brendan. As we welcome Anae back here, as the Titans have lost their 3rd wicket, and the first one for Nasipo Vezi, and to an outstanding catch from Leah Jones, the Western Province captain.
Yes, James, it was always going to be difficult for the Titans ladies. There's no 2 ways about it. And unfortunately, losing wickets doesn't help that cause. But I think overall so far it's been a brilliant performance from the World Sports Betting Western Province ladies. And if they can keep this up, it can be a fantastic win for them.
Yeah, Loanda Nzuza on strike now, young 19-year-old. Just pushed into mid-wicket, and Jones does the fielding. And it'll just be the single. She's off the mark straight away, is Nzuza. But that was clever work there. Good field positioning for Leah Jones. She'd seen Simone Lawrence have played the ball to her a couple of times, and then just playing it in the air, and she took a great diving catch. And Nasipo Vezi doing Nasipo Vezi things here at World Sports Betting Newlands, just 2 off the over. And it's 54 now for the loss of 3 after 9. And
as we watch the replay of that brilliant catch, they just showed it was exceptional catch. Yeah, wow.
Leah Jones does a huge amount of work on her fielding. I mean, she is incredibly fit. So she works, I think, as hard, if not harder, than anybody else in this team. We know Faye Tunnicliffe as well is an incredible athlete, works exceptionally hard on her fitness, on her game, and rewarded with that brilliant century earlier on today. It's just Leah Jones as well. She's a wholehearted cricketer, and she's certainly an example. Reinicke into her 3rd over of her spell. It's been good so far from the 20-year-old, just turning 20 a few days ago. So Elise Marie Marks now on strike to Reinicke. Clever bowling. Saw her coming down the wicket and just put it in that little bit shorter so she couldn't get underneath it. It's a good opportunity here for Marks, you feel. It's in the air, just over the head of the keeper, down to short 3rd. Vezi does the fielding, trying to play there into the leg side, a forceful shot, just gets the top edge.
Yes, James, that is, I almost don't want to say half an opportunity because it was never going to be a catch, but I think she's troubling the batter at the moment.
So neatly played around the corner. Gemma Borta does the fielding. It's not a very good throw, but they will get through for the single anyway. It was neatly played by Nzuza. She's just trying to be inventive. Difficult to get underneath Kayla Reinicke and play her down the ground or in the air, even over the boundary, the way she's bowling at the moment. And she just flat batted that one straight down to Danae van Niekerk in front of us at long on. It's just another single. So Kayla Reinicke into her third over. One ball left, just going at 4 runs, virtually 4 runs to the over. And very much in line. Oh, again, she swings, trying to hit that one probably too hard there. And Nzuza, they'll get through for the single. 5 off the over. 5 singles, and it is 59 for the loss of 3. So just looking at Kayla Reinicke's record, she goes at 5 and over in this format of the game. 31 wickets in her, just trying to see how many games she's played in this format. 21 games, 31 wickets, so she takes an average of 1.5 wickets every game. 12.45 is her average, which is an outstanding average in this format. She's taken 4 wickets in an innings twice, and one of the reasons why she was the CSA T20 Player of the Year last year is it's Nasipo Vezi once again. It's played straight down to Danae van Niekerk. Is it there on the boundary at long on? Through for the single. Singles are not what they need if they're going to get anywhere near to this total that they're looking at to also prevent Western Province from getting the bonus point. They need to get to about 140, 144, I think, somewhere around there.
Ooh. And miss of the stumps, a miss from the batter, and I think everyone's very fortunate there. I think Lismary Marks is a bit fortunate there that didn't hit the stumps, didn't hit the wickets. Not quite what she intended.
No, you can see what she was trying to do. There's a short third and a short fine. That's more, I feel, her game, is playing it straight down the ground. If she can get to the situation where she can perhaps find the gaps, she can hit the ball really well, and playing it straight, maybe straight back over the bowler, or will be a good scoring options for her.
Yeah, and I think Lismary Marks had to step up this season, or the first few games, moving up the order, of course, with Sunay Lees and Anneke Bosch that usually plays a bit higher up and plays a vital innings for these ladies. Lismary Marks had to move up the order and has to play a different role now.
That's nicely cut, but straight to Delmi Tucker, and just the dot balls are just piling up here. Nasipo Vezi, she just conceded 4 runs off her 1 over and 5 balls. She strangled them yesterday in the Pro 50 game. That will just be one more down to Danae van Niekerk. It's 3 off the over. It's an outstanding one from Vezi. It's 62 for the loss of 3 after 11, and it's unrealistic to expect that this Titans team is going to get anywhere near that 13.3 required.
No, I think, I thought when we had the little break, I think there's nothing as demotivating for a team going into the break and then coming back on the field knowing what they have to chase. Obviously, there is that mindset of seeing the glass half full and really trying to chase it, but I do think you know how difficult it's going to be, and I think that's unfortunate for the team walking in a situation like this and now having to see through those 20 overs and try to put up a decent score.
Yeah, I think very difficult as well. I mean, Robin Searle trying very hard at when she opened the innings. It's just another single of Reinicke into her last over now. 3.1 overs, 1 for 14. very difficult when you come out, but you've got to maintain that positive mindset. You've got to be able to say, okay, this is how we're going to approach this. It's played in the air into the leg side, and Laura Goodall is not going to get around for that one. It's a couple of bounces and over the boundary. Excellent shot from Elise Marie Marks, and she is going to have to be the one that tries to accelerate here. She picked the length up early on this one, very nice. And she goes across to the leg side, trying to open up space for herself, probably around the off. She's followed by Kayla Reinicke and then adjusts her shot accordingly. So it was excellent from Marks on that occasion. It's brought a bit of a change in the field. Oh.
Straight back to the bowler.
Good comeback from Kayla Reinicke. Well, that will just be the single. There again, I think she's done well to come back after that boundary. And her bowling has been so effective for World Sports Betting Western Province. We can see it from those numbers that she has, how effective she's been in this format.
As the batter tries to guide the ball, but unfortunately another dot ball. So as you said, James, a great comeback from Kayla Reinicke to keep it real tight in the last few balls of her last over. Ooh, and a swing and a miss, and that will bring the end to Kayla Reinicke's 4 overs in this format. A 1 for 19. It was brilliant. A wicket. She kept the runs good inside so that they didn't score. It was a brilliant 4-over spell from her. So well done on Kayla Reinicke for getting the wickets, and just 19 runs from that 4 overs.
Oh, that is outstanding from her. She's going at virtually exactly what her career average is, just under 5 runs and over. Her career average 5.01, and that's in a T20 game. If you're averaging that, is exceptional, and
Yes.
really is. So, and to go with that, the 31 wickets in her now 32 wickets that she's got in her 22nd game in this format, as Nosipho Vezi, unsurprisingly, is going to continue, just 5 runs off her first 2 overs. That's in the air from Marks to Laura Goodall. Will she take the catch? She does.
Oh, what a brilliant
catch.
catch.
Excellent catch from Goodall. It was in the air for some time. Marks had to go for it. Vezi is so difficult to play because she's going to pitch it in virtually the same spot every time. She double steps down the wicket. Goodall comes in, sets herself well, and takes an excellent catch, the South African international. And that is the end of Elise Marie Marks. The 4th wicket goes down, the 2nd one for Nosipho Vezi. And she's done outstandingly well. The medium pacer for World Sports Betting Western Province, as it is going to be Tebogo Macheke that comes out to the crease. Elise Marie Marks, 15 for her off 20 balls with 2 boundaries. She's really struggling to get the ball into the gaps and certainly over the boundary.
And I think it's definitely frustrating for her as someone that has played for the Proteas, that has some international experience behind her, but just at the moment not quite breaking into the side. She is still in the setup and she's knocking on the door. I think there's a few players like that, Danae van die Kerk, Elise Marie Marks, Dalmi Tucker, so that these games are big opportunities for them to leave the mark, and unfortunately just couldn't today quite show what she's made of.
Yeah, it was an innings just almost there in a few instances. Masheke pulls that one strongly across the line down to Tatum LaRue at mid-wicket. So just a single. So Nosipho Vezi, 2 for 6 now as we look at this again. So double steps down the wicket. She's trying to get the elevation to take it probably straighter than she did hit it in the end. It's in the air as well, and Danae van die Kerk's coming around. She's not going to get there. It's too short of her, just on the bounce. The intent is clear here from the Titans, and that is this time Nzuza, who's playing that one into the deep. So difficult to get Nosipho Vezi away. She's very much a Tumiseka Kuni-like bowler. Across the line, LaRue will field.
Yes, it's always a difficult position the Titans ladies find themselves in. It's either you go for the big shots and maybe you hope you get a few extra runs, you have nothing to lose, or you play a more sensible game, but in any case lose then. So it's a very difficult position to make that call.
Adjusted well, Luyanda Nzuza, on that particular occasion, as she gave herself some room, played it off the stumps down to Faye Tunnicliffe in the deep on the cover boundary. Getting through the overs exceptionally quickly here are Western Province.
Ooh, just short from the fielder.
So dot to end the over, just 4 off that one. Nosipho Vezi, 3 overs, 2 for 9. And when a team is chasing such a score as they are here, the Fidelity Titans, that is an outstanding bowling analysis from Nosipho Vezi. So 72 for the loss of 3 after 13.
And we now see Dalmi Tucker coming back into the attack. She obviously got the first wicket today. She is coming in for a third over. She has 1 for 12 runs. And yeah, the Titans are under pressure and she will want to capitalize on that.
Once again, Nzuza, they're coming down the wicket. She then has to wait for the ball and plays it the cross bat down to long off. Tatum LaRue doing work over here on the boundary in front of us. Bowling from the Weinberg end is Dalmi Tucker, past umpire Brent Pitt.
Ooh.
I think that one, no appeals, that one was going to go down the leg side. So Macheke on strike.
Almost a stumping opportunity there as the batter missed the ball, but her back foot was firmly planted. So just a quick scream, but not a big appeal.
Good take from Jaylee Philander. That is 2 straight from Dalmi Tucker. Goodall is on the boundary, but just another single. Runs are just coming in singles at the moment. And to give you an idea of that, it's only been 1 boundary since the second ball of the 9th over. So last 5 overs, just 1 boundary. Well, that turned appreciably into the right-hander, and that's why Luyanda Nzuza is standing there like she is. She's thinking, how on earth did that turn so much?
Absolute disbelief, I think, from a few people in the stands and from the batter.
That massive turn. Oh, she's been hit, I think, on the helmet. She has indeed. Going for the reverse sweep. We'll call out the physio for the concussion check. And that is sounded like quite a heavy blow to the head for Luyanda Nzuza. We hope that she's going to be okay. Physio will be coming down and is already on the field to have a look at it. It's the end of the Dalmi Tucker over, just 2 off it. 74 for the loss of 3 now after 14.
And also just a very nice touch. Dalmi Tucker just quickly walking up to her, making sure she's fine, giving her a high five. But she has to go for the concussion test, as everyone needs to do these days to keep players safe. As she went quite low there for the reverse sweep. And unfortunately, her missing the ball led to this unfortunate incident. But the physios now are there doing the mandatory concussion test and just making sure everything is fine. And I'm sure she'll be.
Yeah, I think they know how many fingers have I got here in front of you, and when they say 8, then you sort of think, okay, well we'll.
Yeah, they'll move along. Just
and
making sure.
Ask you what your name is. what's the name of your dog and all those kind of things.
Yes.
So they've got to make sure safety, absolutely the priority here, which is so important and so good to see that this is happening throughout the sport. And so maybe she is going to have to get a new helmet. I don't know, maybe not. We'll just have to wait and see what the umpires say there. They're just having a look there to see if everything is okay for Luyanda and Zuza. You're just getting back, Ane, to this performance, and you have to say it has been clinical from World Sports Betting Western Province. Firstly, that massive total they put on the board, the highest that we've seen here at World Sports Betting Newlands, the highest before this, 164 for 2, which is in the 2021-22 season for Western Province against Easterns, and that has overtaken that now with this 181 for the loss of 4 that Western Province put on today, with Faye Tunnicliffe going to her highest score in T20 cricket, 110 not out off just 65 balls. It was a fantastic performance. It's Verzi in again. That's on the bounce to Tatum LaRue at deep mid-wicket.
Yes, Verzi's last over for today, already 3.1 overs now bowled, 2 wickets and 10 runs. It's been a game changer for the Western Province ladies, bringing her into the attack, making sure she gets the wicket, she puts them under pressure. So
it's in the air, but it's safe, and Tunnicliffe will chase that one down. They shouldn't turn for 2, because it would have been suicidal, and they don't. So it is going to be Macheke on strike.
A lot of half opportunities at the moment from the Western Province ladies. That ball wasn't quite there, but you see the opportunities there. The ball's in the air or it's hitting the pads. So I do think the breakthrough might come soonish.
It's well played by Macheke down the ground to Laura Goodall. Just came down and played that one nicely. They're getting singles off this over from Verzi, but that is not going to bother Western Province at all at this stage. Game is pretty much done for the Titans. It's now a question of the batters getting some exposure out there. It's just chipped down too long off for the single once again. So it's important now in this period of play that these batters, Macheke and Zuza, they just bat through to the end of the game. Trying there to get some elevation, trying to get it over the field and not able to get it down to the boundary. Reinicke runs back. Wasn't a chance though.
Yes, James, what you said previously, I do always think the team comes first, but in a situation like this, I do think this is the moment where you can develop your own game, show some of your own character to stay and not lose your wicket, even though it's a difficult situation, face a lot of balls, try to hit some brilliant shots, make yourself a better batter. So in this instance, it's almost like an individual play for yourself.
Well, that's beautifully played down the ground. That is going to go all the way for 6. That is outstanding from Luyanda and Zuza. Her first maximum of the innings, and I think that is the second one for the Titans ladies. Excellent shot from the young batter. It's outstanding from her. Well done. And it is Verzi who goes for her first boundary in her spell of the last ball that she bowled. So 11 off that and Nasibo Verzi over, but still 2 for 20 in 4 overs. Very good from the medium pacer for World Sports Betting Western Province, and a good over there from the Titans, 85 for the loss of 4.
We move now into the last 5 overs of the game as Dalmi Tucker bowls her last over. And a quick single, nicely done there. Just a rotate strike, and yeah, Dalmi has been brilliantly so far. As we say, it's a last over, 15 runs from the 3.1 overs and 1 wicket, and she's going to want to finish strong.
Yeah, 86 for 4. Yeah, it's Trying to cut that one. She wasn't quite in the position to be able to do that. And Zuza, she was moving away as she was trying to play the shot, moving away to the leg side. And that's probably why she didn't hit it. It was a bit too close to her. Once again, can't really get any kind of power on the delivery. So she's moved to 19.
Another single. Unfortunately, the singles doesn't help a lot, but I do think they have been very nicely rotating the strike and going for the single when it's up there. So overall, from that perspective, I do think they were not wasting balls, but unfortunately, with a game like this, singles is not going to win it for you.
No, I think it's been very good, though, that they have, as you said. I think they're building a partnership here. The partnership already now on to 20. They've been batting together for 3 overs and 3 balls, so they're putting something together here, batting at about 6 to the over. Important for them from an experience point of view. It's in the air, and that should be taken. It won't, though. It just bounces short of Leah Jones coming in from...
I do think that's a bit of miscommunication. The keeper was ready to take that catch. She stopped halfway through as Leah Jones was going as well as Danai van Niekerk. So maybe a bit of miscommunication there at the end of the day.
And she tries to toss that one up above the eye line. She does, but it's a full toss. And go through for the single end of the over. Just 5 off the Delmi Tucker over. 90 for the loss of 4 after 16. And it has been... again, excellent from World Sports Betting Western Province, overs 7 to 16, those 10 overs just going for 53 runs. So they really have pegged back the run rate for the ladies from the Titans. And just the 4 overs left in this match. As Leah Jones is going to be coming into the attack to bowl her final 2 overs, you feel. Just using the 5 bowlers today, so no Gemma Buerta today. She bowled yesterday in the 50-over match, and maybe we will see her. Just depends. It may well be Leah Jones and Tatum LaRue to bowl out the last 4 overs. You would feel that that is the case. Just using 5 bowlers hasn't been necessary to use any of the other bowlers in the team today. Same team as played yesterday, and look like they are going to continue their dominance.
And a dot from the first ball from Leah Jones in her 3rd over. Yes, as you said, Leah Jones and Tatum LaRue probably to finish this game for the Western Province ladies. And from their perspective, wanting to still get a wicket or 2, even though they know the game has been won already. But again, getting the wickets.
It's good from Reyneke, diving across to her right-hand side, hits the stumps directly when she throws it in. But once again, good fielding from the World Sports Betting Western Province ladies as they will take their 2nd win here of the competition so far in their 2nd game, winning that match against the Garden Route Badgers in Oudtshoorn 2 weeks ago. Just not getting the bonus point on that occasion, but this win here will be a bonus point win. And that's dragged down from Leah Jones, and she knows it. She'll be upset with herself, and that's really good from Loyanda and Zuza. You're given the opportunity, you have to put them away.
Yes, definitely. And we've seen a few good shots from her so far as she now moves to 24 from 23 balls. And just building a nice partnership, as you said.
She got into position nicely, moved across to the offside, and it was very easy to play that one into the gap between backward square and short fine.
And another dot ball. Kayla Ranneke doesn't make a mistake there with the fielding, and she's definitely one to watch for the future. I know everyone is getting excited about her, what she's already done for the under 19 Protea ladies, but it's exciting. I'm excited to see what she can still do.
Yeah, bowling today being the discipline that she's done exceptionally well. It's got a first ball with the bat. And trying to just play her game. She came in at the point where she was required to try and go from ball one, which she tried to do. It's caught brilliantly by Simone Lawrence at point. Outstanding catch by Lawrence. She is such a good fielder.
Yeah, Simone Lawrence, also another young player with exciting future ahead of her.
Yeah, as is Leanda Nzuza. Well played by Tebogo Macheke. Down to the boundary at fine at third for 4, 10 off the over. They're not giving up without a fight. The Fidelity Titans ladies, that's 100 up off 102 deliveries for them. And it's an excellent shot wide from Jones. She won't be happy with that, Leah Jones. Hasn't been her best bowling performance today at all. And we'll see now who it is going to be. It's going to be Tatum LaRue coming on. So end of the 17th over, it's 100 for the loss of 4.
As we know, now say bye to James King. Always a privilege to commentate with him. Last 3 overs of the day. And yeah, it's been brilliant by the Western Province ladies. Tatum LaRue is now going to bowl her 3rd over. She already bowled 2 overs. She usually starts for the team, and she just conceded 14 runs, and she would like to finish strong.
Big appeal there from Tatum as Nzuza falls to the offside, but the umpire not interested. Good afternoon again, Nene.
It's great to have you back for the last 3 overs. And I do think you can agree with me, this has been a brilliant game by the home side.
It has been. It's been a commanding performance with the bat, an excellent performance with the ball. Nzuza comes down the track, but misses the ball completely. Yeah, so they've dominated every facet of this match. They've dominated with the bat thanks to Faye Tunnicliffe. They've dominated with the ball. They've dominated in the field. Their fielding has been excellent. They can really feel proud of the performance that the home ladies have put on today.
Oh, the previous ball just missed the wickets. This one just missing the bat. Going through to the keeper. So a lot happening at the moment. And Tatum LaRue, that's just the class that she's in. She's been a valuable asset for this team, has done a lot for them throughout the years, and this is just class finishing very strongly here.
Swing and a miss again from Nzuza.
I think it's a bit demotivating for Tatum LaRue not getting that edge.
Can be very frustrating as a bowler. You're pitching it just outside that off stump, keeping your line, and you're just missing that bat. But I think as frustrating as it is for LaRue, I think Nzuza is also feeling a bit frustrated not being able to get bat on ball. Balled away through to mid-wicket, but that is going to be fielded on the mid-wicket fence, and they can only pick up a single. 101 for 4. With 1 ball left in the 18th over. Partnership currently 33, but the biggest thing about that is that they've been scoring at less than a run a ball.
Oh,
excellent
another
end.
dot ball.
Excellent end to that over, just a single coming from it, and that is the end of the 18th over. 101 for 4. Nzuza is currently on 26, Masheke on 14, and not that it means anything, but the required rate now at 40.5.
Yes, I think unfortunately, if it's always a thing. The game's not over until the last ball is bowled. But a few overs ago, I think we could firmly establish that this is the end for the Titan ladies. And then James and I just spoke about the fact that they need to finish strong. And as you say, they've built a nice partnership here of 33 runs. And I do think that is showing some class in this difficult conditions.
Leah Jones down the leg side, and that is given as a wide.
Yes.
I'll recant a story to you about in the late 80s. It was Transvaal against Natal, and Richard Snell was bowling. Jonty Rhodes was batting for Natal, and it came down. It was the old 45 over day-night games. Chat after this ball. That's full and straight from Leah Jones. Nzuza can't do anything about it. And anyway, it came down to the last ball of the match, and with Natal needing 7 runs to win. And so everyone was thinking, well, you know, Transvaal have won this game. What does Richard Snell go and do? He goes and bowls a head-high full toss, which Jonty Rhodes smashed for 6. And Nzuza still struggling to get Leah Jones away. Yeah. So, of course, they had to bowl the next ball. The scores were tied, and everyone came in. Jonty Rhodes smashed it through the covers for 4, and Natal had won the game. So you can never say it's over until the final ball is bowled. But I doubt that the Western Province ladies are going to bowl so many no balls that it would bring the Titans back into contention today. Played down towards the vacant third man, and Nzuza could pick up a boundary here, and indeed she does. That is her second boundary of the afternoon to go along with the 6 that she smashed down the ground. A very beautiful shot that she played.
Yes, Leah Jones hasn't been on her absolute best today. Luckily for her, the team hasn't required her to be on her absolute best, but she's almost going. She's going at the moment for 32 runs from 3.3 overs, which compared to the other bowlers is not exactly the best of form.
Played down the leg side, well fielded at short fine leg. They come through for a single, and there's an attempt at a run out as Shekhar dives to make her ground, and I think she's been called safe.
Yeah, she was a bit slow there, not going for the dive until the last few seconds. I think she thought that she was safer than she actually was. But at the end of the day, the fingers stayed down from the umpires, and yeah, but good fielding and keeping from the Western Province side.
Good ball from Leah Jones there. And now you were saying that she hasn't been on the ball today with her bowling, but I think her captaincy in the field has been fantastic. She's got her field placings right. She's maneuvered her bowlers around excellently. She hasn't chopped and changed. You know, Kayla Reinicker bowled her 4 on the trot. So I think her captaincy has really shone through today. Ball in straight. No run again.
Yes, and something that James used the word earlier, and it's a word that I'm very fond of, and it's the word clinical. And I love it when a performance in any sport is clinical. When no matter what sport you watch, if it's a clinical performance, there's something that's just beautiful for any sports lover to witness. And this performance, as James said, has been clinical, but I don't think we can emphasize enough how important it is to have a clinical performance. As you also said, right through from bat to ball to fielding. So yes, well done to Leah Jones and her captaincy for keeping it tight and for inspiring the players, because it's really shown today.
Yep. The final over is about to be bowled by Tatum LaRue. The Titans are currently 107 for 4, and the 75 required to win is inconsequential at this point. Driven to backward point by Nzuza. No run again. Just the 2 extras bowled by Western Province in this innings. There was a wide in the previous over by Leah Jones, and then a leg bye as well. Onto the pads by LaRue, and Nzuza flicks that through to the fielder on the fence, coming around from mid-wicket, and that's a single. Just 4 balls left in this innings, and a really, really, really commanding bonus point win here for the World Sports Betting Western Province ladies, who have really put on a wonderful show. Played out by Masheka through to the fielder on the extra cover fence.
It's just for another single. That's been the story so far of the last few overs, here and there, boundary, or here and there, the second run, but overall it's just been the singles. And as I say, it's not actually necessarily that bad, keeping the rotating the strike and getting the single, but at the end of the day, it's just not going to do anything today.
Oh, and that's edged by Nzuza past the keeper and down to the fence for 4. A welcomed boundary, her third of the innings, but a little too late, so they say. And the one thing I've seen is how the Western Province lady spinners have done so with Tucker and Reinecker, both going for 19 runs in their 4 overs, each taking a wicket. So when you can send down 8 overs, taking 2 for 38 is really an excellent return. Oh, some inventiveness there. Inventiveness from Nzuza there, doing a little lap over the keeper Philander and down to the fence for back-to-back boundaries.
Yes, what a shot. I actually have loved this innings by her. Obviously, in the bigger scheme of things, there isn't much of this innings is doing, but it's just been very composed, 1 or 2 great boundaries, and I've actually enjoyed it quite a lot.
That was the 50-run partnership that supposedly came up. Final ball of the innings, and Nzuza flicks that behind square on the leg side, and they're going to come back for 2 runs.
And they are very safe.
That will be the game. And Western Province ladies have picked up a bonus point win here. The Titans ending on 119 for 4 after their 20 overs, and a 50-run partnership unbroken for the 5th wicket between Masheka and Nzuza. Nzuza finishes on 42 not out, Masheka on 15 not out. That 50-run partnership came off 48 balls with 5 fours and 1 6, and a contribution of 35 runs by Nzuza, just 1 extra as the team shake hands. It was a fantastic win. So the Titans, the Western Province ladies winning by 62 runs an A. Standout performance for you has to be Faye Tunnicliffe.
Yes, I do think it's safe to say that she might be player of the match, and deservedly so. Overall, obviously a very great performance with the ball as well, but at the end of the day, Faye's 100, her career high score has to be the standout of this game.
And I think a mention also has to go to Angel Mgwenya. First T20 match, 3 for 22 in 4 overs, was an excellent performance by the bowler. But that is it from WSB Newlands. Thank you very much for joining us on this Sunday for this Hollywoodbets Pro T20 match between the Fidelity Titans and WSB Western Province. Just a quick recap. The Western Province ladies winning the toss, batting first, 181 for 4 in their 20 overs. Faye Tunnicliffe, 110 not out from 65 balls, 40 from Danae van Niekerk in a 94-run opening stand with Tunnicliffe. As we said, Angela Mgwenya 3 for 22 for the Titans. In response, a wonderful bowling performance saw the Fidelity Titans restricted to 119 for 4 with Luyanda Nzuza 42 not out, and Nsipho Vezi 2 for 20. Wickets for Del Marie Tucker and Kayla Reinecker 1 for 19 apiece, with the Western Province ladies winning by 62 runs and securing their 2nd win. From us here at WSB Newlands, thank you very much and enjoy the rest of your afternoon.
Western Province. So welcome to the post-match presentation for this Hollywoodbets Pro20 clash between Western Province and the Titans, and we are going to announce first the player of the match, and for an incredible 110 not out with 7 fours and 8 sixes. It was off just 65 balls, her third century at this level. The player of the match today, Faye Tunnicliffe. Congratulations, Faye. What an incredible knock that was from you today.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like I needed to kind of pick myself up from yesterday. And I think the partnership up front with Danae, we're having a lot of fun there. We talk about plans. Yeah, glad it could come off for me today.
It seemed like everything was coming out the middle of the bat there for you today.
Yeah, I said to Danae, like, I sort of defended 1-2 extra cover, and I was like, okay, it's coming out the middle. Yeah, and then I guess you just got to back yourself. I figured like being timid and tentative was not going to help the team at all. So I just thought, if it's your day, it'll go your way, and it's either going to work or it's not. So yeah.
It's been a good season so far in the Pro20. I mean, 49 in the first game, and now 100 here. So feeling good in this format of the game. I know 50 over hasn't quite gone the way that you would have wanted it to go.
Yeah, I was a bit sad with the 50 avoidance in the last time, but yeah, glad it's going my way. I think the team has been doing really well. Our bowlers have been incredible this weekend, so we needed to come to the party as a batting unit, and I think this weekend we really did pick it up. So hopefully we keep the momentum. Yeah, I think we came back nicely in the 50 over yesterday, and then again today, just maintaining that dominant performance.
Well, really, congratulations once again on an incredible innings. You really entertained us all royally today. Thank you so much.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you so much.
Thank you. And congratulations again to player of the match, Faye Tunnicliffe. And now I'd like to have a few words with the losing captain, Robin Searle. Robin, a tough day at the office today again, but there are positives I'm sure you can take from this.
Yeah, tough weekend overall. We're definitely going to have to go back to the drawing board and look at a few things and work on that to improve going forward.
Well, there were some positives. Angel Ngwenya in her first debut got 3 today, which was really good for her. As well, batting there, Leander and Tebogo at the end, I thought really good from them.
Yeah, really nice for Angel, and I think given the partnership that Faye and Danae had, for her to get the figures that she did in the end, 3 wickets and quite economical, really great. And then a good fight there at the end, obviously a bit too late and far off, but we have heart. Now we just got to work on that skill to improve.
Yeah, certainly you displayed that heart today. It was really under tough circumstances. The team really came together, and I think that's something you can take that's very positive.
Definitely. Look, it's early on in the season. We know that we're better than our performances this weekend, and so it can only get better from here. And I just want to say that FidelityTitans have batted very well.
Thank you very much, Robin. Really appreciate it. And thank you so much to you and your team for making the trip down here and entertaining us here as well in Cape Town.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much there to Robin Searle, captain of the Fidelity Titans. And now to speak to the winning captain, Leah Jones of World Sports Betting Western Province. Leah, an outstanding performance today. You probably don't know it yet, but that was the highest ever score for any team here at World Sports Betting Newlands for a women's game. So in the T20, outstanding from the team today.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you said that's a record now. I'm glad we actually got a record for the change and not giving other people records. But yeah, it was really fantastic performance from everyone all around. I think we brought our hands today, so happy with the performance.
That partnership up front really was what sealed it for you, wasn't it? Danae and Faye, outstanding at the top of the order.
Yeah, 100%. Again, experience came through for us today, and I'm just happy that Faye could get on the board. She was a bit frustrated after yesterday, but I mean, really good 100. So yeah, and Danae is obviously again a key player, really anchored with Faye. So really good to see.
And then from a bowling point of view, again, your disciplines were very good. I thought the team in the field today were a lot sharper and really looked up for it today.
Yeah, 100%. I think the girls like T20 more. It seems like it. So, but yeah, in the field with bowling, we were all good. That's just a really good all-round performance today, and really happy with the win.
So you take a bonus point from this win as well, on top of the log now after 2 matches, 9 points, and take a lot of momentum into your weekend next weekend with the Dragons.
Yeah, 100%. It's obviously a nice feeling to be there, but we want to stay there. So we have to obviously carry on with the momentum and take it into next week.
Well, thank you very much, Say, for entertaining us here today. It's really was a fantastic win for you, and just want to wish you and your team all the best for next weekend.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much there to Leah Jones, the captain of World Sports Betting Western Province, who have won this match here at World Sports Betting Newlands. And so from us all here at the post-match presentation of this Hollywoodbets Pro20 clash, we want to say goodbye.